Okay. Here we are. Here we find ourselves. Bum, 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 bum. This is a VOD for a tournament that already happened, and we do know a little bit about what goes on here. It's a pretty, it's happened in Taipei, but it's a pretty stacked tournament, honestly, as far as you got like Toro, Gamera, Mr. Fish over there, Zangief Dream. This Gonitz fellow who got second here on Grand, I'm not familiar with, but obviously, you know, the big spooky did happen here as well, right? The evil has not been defeated. So we're gonna have to watch that. We're going to have to watch that and experience all of the pain involved with that. But it's always just, you know, it's good to get as much kind of experience watching these top level players as we can, especially as, you know, we're moving towards the final couple platinum events in the next couple months here for Arc World Tour. So just trying to get a better grasp of what things look like going into, I mean, the final's still a good like half year away or something like that, but you know. Let me grab this real quick. Do a little bit of that. Yeah, so this will just be watching a little train crash in slow motion. Watching as Lowain wins. I mean, I would call this a gold plus event. This is a tier right below platinum. And like platinum to me is like, it's like a super major. It's like Evo or some shit like that, right? Well, actually, to be fair, Evo is platinum plus. This is still a pretty stacked bracket though. So Shio winning this is more than a little worrying, upsetting, depending on how you feel about Lowain. Potentially you're like Pog, that's the bro fam, but perhaps you should be killed if you hold that opinion. Let me just put up a little ping notification here. Doop, doop, doo, doo. Watching, what would you call this? Is this Taipei? I'm extremely stupid and dumb. This is in Taiwan. Yes, okay. I'm pretty stupid, but I'm pretty sure that Taipei is in Taiwan. Taiwanese tournament from last Friday. Where unfortunately Lowain wins. There we go. Kill that. Grab this guy. Put him over there. Move over here. Place a boy down, and we're good to go. Okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Whoa, hi, hello, Fox. Amen, indeed. Dude, Lowain didn't kick the bucket. Lowain did not kick the bucket, man. Lowain, to, again, perhaps the chagrin of most, he is very... He's not alive. He's thriving. He's doing just fine. And will continue to be doing just fine for, at the very least, the next couple months. This right here, though, I actually don't know exactly how the tournament goes down. Like, I didn't see, every individual match. All I do know is that Shio does win this on Lowain. But we'll see. We'll see. This is Toro and Zangief Dream right now, looks like. So Percy versus Cagliostro. Looks like it's still, yeah, button check. Okay. Bruh, spoilers? Listen, they happened on Friday. If you were that interested in the tournament, you should have watched it 2 days ago when it came out. You see we're getting the Super Ultimate update on the second. Yeah, adding dynamic and Mega Ultra dynamic controls and all that. It's gonna be curious to see if those, like, end up mattering at all, really, but... that lady, she was playing on Super Ultimate, and she, and she beat Toro. That must be, that's how strong that is. If you use Super Ultimate controls, you too can defeat Arc World Tour champion Toro. No matter how hard he tries. Was there anything? I almost forgot that was a thing. Yeah. I mean, it's been... What was it? The Sandalphon? Like, it was season 2 when they were like, oh yeah, this is a thing, right? This is coming. These new control schemes. I think it was Sandalphon. So like, we're closing on like a year or something like that since they teased that stuff. So I remember that stream because it was like 7 a.m. This is the same one with Shark to Glory. which was the real announcement there. Obviously, that was, you know, real beaters know about Shark to Glory. Because Sandalphon was what? He was like early February, mid-February, something like that. It's been 9.5 months. It's quite a long time, man. It's been an entire Trump presidency since then. Well, so far, anyway. The terrifying thought is that there are actually 40 more months of that shit. I'll go stream, man. Hello, Billy Bob, Mr. Sir. I keep wanting to call you Blab, but I'm like, honestly, I just like Billy Bob as a name better. I'm good. How are you doing on this fine Sunday evening? I mean, 5:47 shouldn't be evening, but honestly, the sun is already set. I'm good with either. I don't care. No, that's fair. I just like Billy Bob. A guy like me, I fuck with saying Billy Bob more than Bleh. The terrifying parts, yes. As a Canadian, I'm unfortunately I'm deeply aware. Ow. Oh, it's cold, dude. It was getting a little fucking. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was getting a little. Billy's my standard. Gotcha. It was getting like a little warm in my room. You know how it is. The fucking PC operates like a space heater, right? So I was sitting there. I was starting to cook a little bit. I was like, so I'll crack the window open and sit back down, and I got this little breeze, and it kind of knocked me on my ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's fucking cold outside. I've been unironically using my air conditioner still up until like, honestly, as soon as like as early or as recently as like yesterday. But something changed recently, man. Shit's actually cold outside now. I will say I kind of hope it continues this way. I don't like feeling so warm in my room from the fucking heater being on that I have to turn my AC on in November. That makes me feel like something has gone horrendously wrong with the world. But if global warming is real, why is it cold outside? Liberal. No, that's so true, bestie. That's so true. In the meantime, by the way, Cagliostro committing crimes. It is what it is. This is winners semis, by the way. This is the first. Pretty sure, unless I fucked something up here. This is a YouTube VOD, which is nice. But yeah, this is the first match of the top 8 right here. I'm not sure if it's best of 5 the whole way through, judging by the fact that this whole top 8 gets over and done with, and it takes about seemingly like 2.5 hours. I would think that, yeah, probably that is best of 5, right? Best of 3s would probably make that shit a lot quicker, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Honestly, I think matches in Grand Blue definitely are fast enough that best of 5 can be, like, it's, and the game is a little, I don't know if it's that volatile, but it's a little volatile, right? To the point that a best of 5 is definitely preferable. If you have the time, you know, if the TOs and everything have the time to actually execute that shit. I've never seen that CAG combo. There's always something new to learn. With this fucking character in particular, man, too. Like, she just does whatever the fuck she wants, man. Dr. Mundo, he goes where he pleases. Like, she just has so much freedom of everything. Freedom of, like, movement, like, combo expression, right? Like, there's 100 different, like, valid ways for her to run her pressure. It just, you know, Cagliostro she's just fucking privileged is what she is. Oh! Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? We love the plus on block delay tech catch. I mean, I will say that one worse, well, riskier than the aerial version in some ways because the invincibility starts up on like frame 11 or 12 or something like that on her grounded, on both of the 2-2Hs, but the aerial one just gets her out of the way of a lot of your more standard like 2Ls and stuff like that. But, I mean, that one's also plus on block, which is nice. Hello, Brick. Glad to join stream into immediate CAG truth nukes indeed. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated ass character. Behold my ankle breaker in Ator. Yeah. White woman toolkit, man. That shit is real. Ow. Percy kind of got a white woman toolkit too, if you don't think about it too hard. Okay, sure. I am interested in him doing the grounded version of the TP that much, right? I would think of it as the riskier option, but I wonder if it's just, again, you know, just layers of conditioning that these fellows might already be on that I, as a lowly peasant, I am not privy to. I feel like that is not super common, right? Has this Percy won any rounds? This Percy. No, Toro has been getting his shit rocked pretty hard right now. This is your Arc World Tour winner of last year, and right now Cagliostro is turning him into silly putty. We'll see if he can fight back at all. This Percy, yeah. This random ass Percy, has he won any rounds? Only 3 grabs, he really are Zangief, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Zangief Dream kind of making him look like this Percy right now. He's just making him look like we picked him up off the street. It's been, yeah, it just wasn't a very close set. I don't know. I don't really know what happened there. Like I was like talking about my AC for like the first 1.5 for half of that whole fucking set. It went really quick. It went real fast. So I don't know if that's like, I mean, you have to imagine that it's not like character unfamiliarity or something like that. I mean, it might have just been, I don't know. Is it a particularly horrible matchup for Percy? Maybe. I don't think so. I can certainly see how it could be difficult in some ways. Kag's just that good. Kag's crazy, but like I don't know. Sometimes you just get shit on. I guess it happens, right? Toro is he's the GOAT, but like sometimes you're just gonna get shit on. At the end of the day, Kag shits on most mid-range characters. I could see that. As I could say, just because her buttons are really annoying to contest, even with other good buttons, and Spike is kind of a really annoying fuck-ass move as well, right? There's an argument there, by the way, because I definitely do rate a lot of the mid-range characters very highly. But there's a real argument that exists there that like a lot of the really strong characters that aren't mid-range characters right now are characters that have really good matchups into mid-range characters, right? There's a solid argument that like it's not that, you know, Catalina and Percy or something like that or it's not like they're weak characters, but they might actually have like a bit of a this meta is kind of rough for them situation going on. I'm not so sure that I believe that yet, but I can see a real argument for that. That's the reason why Cap, Percy, Sieg, Zoe struggle in the meta right now. I could really see an argument. Like I'm finding myself warming up towards that idea the more I think about it, right? In that, again, like, you know, Percy does a lot of crazy, like, inherent, like, he's doing some really strong shit, right? Catalina's doing some very strong shit. Yeah, Sieg's doing some very strong shit. Zoe, I don't think I'm just not gonna lump her in with that, like, level of power of those characters, but sure. But it's just, like, a lot of the best characters in the game right now are characters that kind of just, yeah, like this motherfucker right here, right? Like Lowain, like Matera, right? If Cagliostro, I could see how Cagliostro could be a struggle for those characters too, right? Like there's a lot of the very powerful characters right now are bad matchups for just that kind of archetype. Yeah. I don't care. I'll still be trying Percy when his costume comes out. Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's like I was seeing people saying Zoe was going crazy just earlier today, yesterday. I mean, I still don't think I am a super big believer in the Zoe buffs, but it's possible that I'm wrong, obviously. But then also it's possible that just her getting buffed made some people try her out more, and some people found some shit, and it's like, oh wait, this character actually was always a little better than we thought, or something like that. Do you see people talking about Sieg being top tier in Twitter after he was doing well in tourney? Yeah, Siegfried is a very consistent character. It feels to me like he's not doing stuff that is as impressive anymore, but I mean, the character is just always, he's just got a solid ass 25 stream streak. Jesus Christ, cat pictures. My God. So you're reaching that critical mass point? Maybe. Right, maybe. But personally, I don't think I'm quite a believer in Zoe yet. But I could see, again, maybe I need to see some shit. Right? Maybe I need to see some shit, but I don't think so. On paper, I see nothing. Yo, my bad. No, I mean, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy to know that I've entertained you enough for you to watch 25 of my streams in a row. That's a crazy number, but like crazy in a good way for me anyway. For my ego. What's going on, Ash? Even though Sin, who dumped in top 8ing Paragon, and me, who plays Siegfried. Yeah. I think I still don't necessarily believe the 3 Zoes in top 8 is a little disingenuous. Right. I don't personally. I still don't really believe the hype for Zoe. I think, but like she's better for sure. But I don't know that I'm willing to like, you know, say, for example, I'm not willing to say like Catalina, Percy, Siegfried, Zoe in the same sentence, like they're the same kind of character. But again, part of that honestly might be that maybe I actually think Zoe's pretty decent right now. Maybe I need to think a little lower of Catalina and Percy. You know what I mean? Maybe shit is rougher for them right now than I give them credit for. Gamero would do better if he simply matched DP every wake up like a true Meg player. Yeah, so again, I mean, someone earlier was like, bruh, spoilers. Literally the name of the stream is watching Lowain win a major, so I apologize, but this did happen 48 hours ago. And all I know, I assume that I assume that Chio wins this set, just because he does win the whole thing. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he makes a loser's run. This, I believe, is winner's semis right now. This is the second half of winner's semis. I can yap to you at Zoe at length at some point if you'd like. Sure. If Anila isn't the worst Chodo, who is it now? Sieg/S? I mean, it is just EX Jita, right? By like a lot. Yeah, like she just, I mean, on release, she was worse than Anila before she got buffed, probably. There's like a solid argument for that. So yeah, probably is just EX Jita, unfortunately. I forgot she exists. So did the whole player base. She's not like horrible Terabad, but she definitely is just, yeah, she's not. She's missing a couple different things to feel a little bit stronger, I think. It's Stalin, Hitler, and Mussolini. Is that the bro fan? EX Jita isn't a Shoto, she's more like a joke character, so true. Stalin, Hitler, and Mussolini, the bro fan. It's not Lowain, Sammy, and Tommy. Stalin, Hitler, and Mussolini. Who's who, I guess? Like, is I guess Lowain Hitler or is Lowain Stalin? Because he's the primary kind of evil there. Hitler's Lowain? Yeah. Out. I love the idea of EX characters, but they're not so great, the current ones. I think that really the most, again, I've talked about this a couple of times, I think the most successful one really is EX Narmaya, right? People, you can debate about her strength level, but she's popular because I think she fit a niche. Narmaya was a very popular character who was too complicated for some people to pick up, so they just took her and made her a lot simpler, right? And that's why EX Narmaya in a lot of ranks of the game, when you look at the character usage stats, she has like damn near the same play rate as regular Narmaya because like the remix served a purpose. EX Gran is cool, but EX Gran is not that different than regular Gran in terms of, like, obviously they're different, like they'll have slightly different game plans and things like that, but they're not that different in terms of, like, if you're the kind of guy who maybe fucked with Gran as a character or like the visual design or just like the shonen protagonist thing, but you didn't really like how OG Gran played and that's why you didn't play Gran, I don't think EX Gran is going to make you jump ship there. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, suddenly I'm cool playing Gran. So, like, EX Narmaya, I think, did a good job. EX Gran is mechanically good, but I don't think he, like, fills a niche that would make people want to play him. And EX Jita, unfortunately, does neither. EX Jita is not really that much different than regular Jita, and she's not very good. It did for me. Fair, but you know, it doesn't seem to be doing that for a lot of people. I guess the question is, what purpose do they serve? They let fans of the character but not the function get them, or they wait for fans of the function to get more specialized stuff and new flavor? It could be either, right? It could be any and all of... What the fuck was that? Every day I wake up, man. Every day I wake up and I see a new Lowain combo, and I just... This is a YouTube VOD. I can actually go back very easily here. What was this? What? She died off of 2M's... Okay. Counter hit 2M into, like, linked 214U in the corner. Catches with close H. Raging Strike. Close H. 2 hits of auto combo. Side swap on this. 2H into the fellas. Into U cat. Okay, yeah, cool. I didn't even know he could do... was that the most damage you could do? I guess? I feel like a human... Like, it almost feels like flexing. Like, could he not have killed easier by doing, like, a human pyramid ender or something like that? I'm shocked combo limit never came up. No. Like, you would think that, like, right here, the fellows would be combo limit. But maybe it's like a CAG trap situation. He could have gotten more. I feel like this is a flex combo. Like, it looks really funny, but it doesn't even seem like it's optimal. Yeah, Kibo, wait, you're Lowain expert. Lowain specialist. Why did he do that? He was the hella dead with SBA, but hit confirm into 214U is easier? I guess. He played Meg into Lowain. Is this a horrible matchup for Megathon? Remember how top Lowains and Materas are saying they're confused? People think these characters are top tier since they haven't changed much since release. I mean, it is... Well, I think with... Lowain really hasn't changed in a meaningful way at all since the Versuja patch, at the very least. But I think it just took a long time for everyone to, like... take the societal conditioning of joke character off their eyes. I was like last to the party, I will admit it, right? and just be like, wait a second, this Lowain guy kind of is doing ridiculous shit, and it's not just... I think it's very easy to cope as a fighting game player and go, oh, it's just knowledge checks, right? But actually, the reality of the matter is the more you look into it, the scarier it gets. It's like not vice versa. Oh, nice spot dodge. Matera? Yeah, Matera, I don't know what the hell. Matera changed dramatically in the Sandalphon patch where they buffed her a shit ton. And basically, from that moment onwards, people have been being like, hey, this Matera character is pretty strong now, right? So Matera is a different situation. Lowain mostly really became what he is in the Versuja patch, and I think he just rockets 2-1 for you again, but what do I know? You know, more than me. More than me, Kimo, that's for damn sure. Like, people started talking about Matera literally in the moment where she changed, like, insanely much, right? They made every fucking thing in her kit 2 frames faster in the Sandalphon patch. Turns out that shit matters a lot. Monarch thinks otherwise from what he has said. That's really... I'm always interested to hear, like... Because, yeah, Monarch obviously knows a lot more about Matera than I do, right? Obviously. But like, really? Like that patch where they sped up, like, all of her shit? That, like, didn't mean anything to him? Even before that, when she got TK Arrow, playing her aggro became a real option? Right, yeah. That feels like a pretty big change to me. Though maybe he's saying since then, people have just been going on and on and on about how much stronger she's gotten. Like, maybe when the Sandalphon patch hit, people were being like, oh, Matera got buffed pretty well, and then, like, over time, it turned into this Matera character is broken and needs to be nerfed, despite the fact that, you know, over the course of the past 9 months, she hasn't really changed meaningfully at all. That's punishable. No! You gotta close him that. Maybe that's what he means, in which case, fair. I think that's more so just, you know, Matera's like a non-standard character. She's got a bunch of weird nonsense with how she can use her butterflies and U-butterfly combos and things like this and setups. So I think it just took a long time for a lot of people to realize how strong the character was, but... The change was huge, man. Even if you read an arrow and roll it, it's still her turn. Yeah, again, I assume that maybe Monarch's talking about in the past 9 months, she hasn't changed much, and, like, the anti-Matera sentiment has kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And to that, I think it's just, you know... Like, he probably, like, you know, he probably saw the changes and was like, oh, this is crazy now. And it took everyone else, like, a few months to catch up to him, and he's like, what do you guys... She's literally the same as she's always been? But I say, yeah, listen, man. I just don't pick shit up as fast as you, Monarch. I'm sorry. You're just go to it. The notebook contains all the answers you'd ever need. I don't have one of those. Ow, ow, ow. It does not look like Gamera is going to win this set, by the way. Just, like, fair warning. Oh. I mean, that's the optimal, quote-unquote. It's not really, because you would like to be a little further from the corner to get the close H or far H follow-up after the shark drill, but... I mean, sure. Meg is doing Meg things. Throw tech at your own risk.
Very good odds that this person.
Yo, Laquat, thank you so much for the 14. Jesus Christ, man. It's gotta be 2 years I've been doing this YouTube shit in December, too. December 20th, I think? I gotta remember my own fucking anniversary better, but... It's gonna be 2 years since I put my first video up. Shit's crazy. PogChamp indeed. PogChamp with him. Out. Okay. Ooh. Rare footage. Holy, I remember the pre-Master of Diva days? Yeah, man. Shit, I mean, yeah, 24 months? Yeah, 24. So, like, we hit Master on the Diva, what, like, fucking 20 months ago or something? Which character do you think is gonna get an EX version next, if any? Dude, I'm sad. I like, if any, becomes a real question now. Because, like, isn't it kind of weird that there were literally 0 in the Meg patch? Like, I was like, 3 a patch is a really crazy schedule, right? So, like, maybe they put out 3 in the Wellness patch because it's like, oh, it's the new one. But, like, maybe we'll get, like, 1 every other, like, for the rest of the patches or something like that. And they didn't even, not only did they not, like, put out an EX character in the Meg patch, they didn't even mention the existence of the concept, like, of the mechanic. You know, they weren't even like, oh, no EX characters this patch, but we're cooking something up for you in the Elsa patch, right? Please stand and wait. They just didn't even mention that they were a thing. And that's where I'm like, uh-oh. Is there even going to be an EX character in the Elsa patch? Did they see that, like, no one played EX Gran and Jita, and they're like, maybe the juice isn't worth the squeeze? I thought it was really cool, so I hope not. If if I could grab an EX version of a character, it's hard, right? Because I think I would want. I feel like all of the Dragon Knights need them, right? Except maybe Siegfried. I feel like all of the Dragon Knights need EX versions because they are like another group of characters to me that seem like they're pretty popular from the gacha, but like nobody plays them, right? Nobody plays them. Siegfried is relatively, I think he's the most popular of them. But like Percy, Lance, Vayne is a DLC character, so I don't know about Vayne. Sieg is crazy. It's not Sieg. It says that I see people play Siegfried, right? I'm coming at it from the point of view of like, you know, Percy and Lancelot, to my understanding, are popular characters from the gacha, but like nobody plays them in the fighting game. An EX Nier would be nice, yeah. I'll see an EX Vayne that does something more interesting. Yeah, I'm just not sure that we're gonna get DLC EXs that quick, right? Percy needs it the most then? Yeah. So like Percy or Lance, I could see, though those could be fun ideas. If they just want to make it for like a popular character though, I feel like making like an EX Belial or something like that would go pretty crazy. I lost hope in the Willy Patch. I hope you get more, but I wouldn't be too surprised if you just don't get any more. I would hope that at least for like season 3, you know what I mean? But we'll see, man. I don't fucking know. Also, we don't know. We also don't know why we got EX characters. Like, what if they were just old ideas that had from the transition from Versus to Rising and they have nothing else now? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Right? It felt like it was a... Oh, that's a dead. We love H Catabot rockets. We love H... Wait, oh my god, he was dead? Wait, you mean before this? Wait, like on this... No, you're not talking about on... You're not talking about on this hit right here, right? There's simply no way he could be dead here. What do you mean? Lowain does a lot of freaky shit, but there's no way they could have killed here, right? Oh, here. Oh, shit. He threw instead of press normal and he threw a... Yeah, sorry, I missed that. I see what you mean. I was like... honestly, Lowain is such an eldritch being that if you were like, no, actually, there's actually a Lowain combo that just kills from that HP on no meter, I would have believed you. But no, I see what you mean. He just fucked up. Yeah. He finishes it up here, though. It's fine. EX Belial, and it's just vanilla Belial with 6XL. Yeah. EX Nier plays like a true puppet. It'll be interesting with negative edges and puppet having independent movement. Yeah, I mean, it would be... I don't think Cygames wants to make another puppet... Or Arxis wants to make another puppet character. I'm not gonna lie to you, but... Sorry, I'm farming Guild Wars, so I'm late to type. It's, they got Unite and Fight going on right now. Uniting, and also fighting. Fighting! I've been reading, this, like, Korean... I think they're called like cultivation manga or something like that. To my understanding, it's like it is kind of like it's a subgenre of like, you know, the 1,000-year celestial iron from beyond the heavens and shit. Called Murim Logan, and there's a lot of these like little I don't know, like Korean sayings and stuff like that I'm not used to. Apparently, they like to encourage people. They just sometimes to go like fighting. That shit's kind of funny. A good nerf for Lowain is just him losing projectiles on hit like H-Cat. I mean, the fact that his, like, the fellas and the Catabot rocket doesn't go away on hit is, like, all of that is war crime shit, right? Cultivation stores, I've read a few too. Yeah, I've not. This is, like, the first, I think this counts. They're also called Wuxia, if I remember correctly. I mean, I assume, because that's in 4K. He sticks, okay, so first, he sticks his finger out. What is this? So he sticks his finger out here, makes it look... I can't tell if he's going for a handshake or for a thumbs up here, right? But then he goes for the fist bump, right? But then he sees the outstretched finger. I think he interprets as an outstretched hand, goes for the handshake. He's already transitioned to the fist bump, though, right? And then he re-transitions to the fist bump. He goes back to the handshake. I'm sorry that I keep calling them he. I don't know the names of these people, but like... And then eventually... He fist bumps his thumb. That's crazy shit. Oh, and then they go for that. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. And they hit up the handshake at the very end. Look at this. Look at this. This is the top level fighting game mind games, man. Look at this. Like look at how, like, after I give you that whole thing, look at how quickly these decision making processes happen. Ooh, ooh, god damn. Oh, and then yep, settles on the handshake in the end. These mix ups, damn, for real. The mental stack is crazy. That's what I'm talking about, man. This is Gonitz, and unfortunately, I don't know how to read that because I'm stupid. So I don't know what that Sora's is called. Taiwanese Sora's though. Always love to see more Sora's. Honestly, this character is one of my favorites. Out. Layer 69 level mix, for real, man. I thought it stopped at him fist bumping the thumb. When I saw that they then transitioned back to the handshake, that shit was awesome. I like that laugh at the end where they acknowledge how awkward that exchange was. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, right? At the end of the day, right? Like, it's, I definitely don't mean to make fun of them either. It's just one of those, it's one of those things where, like, all of us as humans can, like, understand what it's like to have, like, an awkward social interaction. So it's more like it's a laughing with you, not a laughing at you kind of thing. It's like, yeah, man, I feel that. Let he who has never accidentally tried to handshake a guy who was going for a fist bump, let he who has never done that cast the first stone. He doesn't exist. He's not out there, man. And if he is, it's because he doesn't spend enough time actually socializing with people. He's just never tried to fist bump or handshake anyone. Out. This is surely dead, right? Yeah. Just like aura. Oh wait, you didn't even. I was gonna say close H into like aura into the like the big kick that he gets in install. But yeah. I just default to fist bumps now. I feel like that became more common in the pandemic, right? For sure. People fist bumping or like elbow bumping or shit like that instead of handshakes. Me personally, I just be giving the homies a big hug, honestly. This shit is just much more enjoyable. Out. Nope, never had an awkward interaction in my life. Sheer aura and confidence. Yeah, whatever you say, man. We get it, man. You play Zoe and you have a very large penis. Oh, baby. Baited. Absolutely destroyed. Are you dead? Chest. Oh, no, not quite. Yeah, that light dash punch, right? It is. So this is an interesting little interaction here, right? Because basically, what you can do a lot of the time, this is a very common kind of Sori's Oki option, right? He knocks you down, and he can chase down. Oh, wait, it was a little later than this. It's my bad. He can chase you with the medium dash punch, and it hits meaty, right? When did this shit happen? There it is, right here, right? Boom. He can chase you down with the medium dash punch right here, and it hits meaty, and it's plus and all of that. But like, obviously, you can, as a character with a meterless DP, you can react to this, and he's kind of stuck in that animation. So you just wake up DP, you get him off you, and it's all great, right? Like he's committing to this DPable thing. This is a nice little just fuck you, right? Because this so far looks like medium dash punch. There's no reason to assume it's not really. It would only, like, the startup is quicker on light dash punch, sure. But, like, by this point, you don't get that much more time to react to this, right? Like, if we go fucking frame by frame here, right, at this point, he's got, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. When does Grant start DPing? 16, 17, 18? Okay, so he could have. There's a world. Right? There's a world where you notice, by the way, I say all of this, right, where this still could look like M Punch in the moment. Like, it's not like it looks that different, right? It is just, it's a little quicker and it stops a little shorter, right? It's on like frame 20, 21 here-ish that he actually decides to go for the DP. So, like, it is, like, maybe you could have reacted to a difference there, but it's really hard to see. It's very hard to see. And he does eat his entire life bar, basically, in damage right here. The startup on M Punch is like 20... Point blank, it's like 25 or 26 frames or something like that. And the startup on light punch is like 12 or 13. Unlucky spacing? No, it was very, like, this was very intentional, right? Like, this was light punch. Like, this, he did light punch here to make it whiff on purpose. This was not unlucky, this is a bait, right? Light punch goes, like, nowhere. Light punch is very small. So he, like, this will always whiff off of the... Like, I see, big brain, yeah. Off of doing 214H into this, light punch will always whiff here. It's done so intentionally because if this was medium punch, the correct answer is to wake up DP. He does that, it wasn't, and he dies for it. Rick, are the Toro games already done? We watched his first set against Zangief Dream, and he did not seem to have a very good time. By the way you phrase it, it makes me think that he doesn't have a very good time in his next set either, but we'll see. We have not watched that yet. This is a spoiler welcome zone, though. The whole outcome of the tournament is already known, so. Okay, a little bit of healing. Not a ton there, because he only had the one stock, but... I mean, that... Oh, might have made the difference in him surviving that fire. I mean, honestly, the 300 health plus the 10% damage reduction? Hard to say. That might have made the difference in him surviving that fireball. Right, which then let him win the round off this UDP. There's a lot. It might not have 330 extra health. Basically, I feel like he had a little bit more than that left in the tank, but that Sora's install. Don't sleep on it, man. Shit is good. Out, out, out. Counter hits
Very
Grand
good
2M
odds
into
that this
another
person
Grand
is
2M.
Incredibly.
What are the vibes
smart
today?
and attractive.
I'm chilling. I'm a bit of an EP boy. I've had copious amounts of dessert all weekend. Like, you know, like maybe like you might have like one dessert adjacent meal, something like one meal that like has dessert in it, like a day sometimes or something like that. You know, like a little treat with like your dinner or something like that. I've had like 5 instances of dessert over like Friday and Saturday. So I feel like my body is shutting down, and this is the last time any of you will ever see me. So that's one thing. Besides that, the vibes are pretty good though. Yeah, diabetes runs in my family, and I'm going to die. It's not, you know, for legal reasons. This is not a joke. I'm currently expiring. My body is shutting down. Outside of that, the vibes are that I got fucking kind of cooked in round 2, day 1, round 2 in Virgo Cup. So I'm scared. I think I might try to upgrade my Ogre a bit and then do my day 2 runs. But hey, if this is gonna be the first CM where I don't make it to Group A finals, it is what it is. It is the CM I've prepared for the least by a large margin. So if it ends up working out that way, it ends up working out that way. Might as well have another dessert then. That's true, actually, if I'm gonna die anyway. It's all gonna kill you is the thing. Dude, don't even fucking say that shit, because I made one of the more, like, financially irresponsible decisions of my life. Okay, maybe that's a little bit dramatic, but there's this dessert place in, if you're not from Toronto, apologies if none of this makes any sense to you, but there's this dessert place in, like, Scarborough, which is very far away from me, right? It's one of the, and it's like, you know, a 40-minute drive from where I live or something like that, but it's got this, like, Ferrero Rocher, like, mousse thing. I don't know what the fuck the actual name for the dessert is. They call it a varine in there, like V-A-R-I-N-E, right? But yes, it's a dessert place, and it's got this, like, this Ferrero Rocher, like, mousse thing, and it's, like, the best thing I've ever eaten. It's literally, I think, as someone who is, you know, I really like my sweets. I got a big sweet tooth. I eat a lot of different desserts, and I fuck with a lot of different desserts, and I'm just, like, a little, like, picky autistic guy, too, I think. So I would consider myself, you know, something of a connoisseur of sugar-filled items. And that shit just clear. It's just like the best thing I've ever eaten. I went out with my brother and his wife and some of their family, and we went to that place, and it kind of just blew my mind. And then the next day, I was like, I kind of want more of those little mousse cups. But I'm at home, and that shit is 40 minutes away, and I don't have a car. And I don't want to take a bus there. And I got shit to do. So I'm just going to Uber Eats it to my place. Slight problem. There's a $12 delivery fee and a $8 service fee. The actual thing that I wanted to buy was $6. So it really is, like, it's just, you could not manufacture a scenario that is, like, less financially worth than that, right? Chocolate mousse cups fuck hard. Yeah, Uber Eats is so expensive. Yeah. And, like, because this place was so far away, and because they don't, like, normally deliver or whatever, I guess, like, it had really, like, an even higher delivery and service fee than you might normally expect. So I ended up paying, like, I got it. I got 2 of them, and I got a milkshake. And the price of the items was, like, $18 Canadian. The price of the delivery fee and the service fee and everything like that came out to, like, $22. Like, I literally paid more in delivery and service fee than I did for the actual shit that I bought. Which certainly gave me pause until I ate that shit again. And then I was like, oh, never mind. This is the best thing I've ever eaten, actually. It actually was totally worth it. I would pay $40, honestly, just to, like, eat one of these, probably. So 2 of them, that sounds like a fucking steal. And then I was out with one of my buddies on Saturday, and he's got a car, and we're driving around, and I'm like, well, you gotta try this shit, man. I found this dessert. Like, they're putting crack in the black neighborhoods again. But it's Ferrero Rocher now instead of crack. And he was like, "They can't be." What? Like, okay, whatever you say, man. Like, let's go, because we wanted to get some dessert. And I was like, I have a suggestion for you. So we drive over there, you know, a 30-minute drive from where we were to Scarborough, and he buys one of them, and he's got some skepticism to him, right? He opens it up, and it's like not a very big cup, by the way, right? Like, it's about like that tall, right? If you imagine my palm as like a table, right, and my other hand is the height of it, it's like about that tall, right? It's not the biggest thing in the world. He takes the little lid off of it. He takes his little teaspoon, takes his first spoonful, and then he just stops talking to me for the next 45 seconds as he just, like, he literally, he makes a face, And then I keep asking him, I'm like, how is it? Whatever. He's just not answering me. He's taking these cartoonishly large spoonfuls out of this thing and like shoveling it down his mouth. Like I don't know how to, he assaults this dessert. He is eating it aggressively. It makes me mildly uncomfortable to watch, honestly. It looks sexual. It makes me wonder if that's what I look like when I'm eating it, honestly. Because I don't have access to the POV there. And immediately afterwards, he had like this like Black Forest cake that he also got, like this other dessert. And he's eating it. He's like, I'm fucking depressed now, man. He's like, why'd you do that shit to me? He's like, all this, like, I like this normally, but it's just so mid in comparison. I don't think I could ever enjoy anything ever again. He was like waxing poetic about how I've ruined desserts for him. And honestly, it made me feel powerful. It made me feel powerful. It made me feel seen. Because that also has kind of done a similar thing where I'm just like, I don't really want anything with sugar in it. Because it's just, if you fuck with Ferrero Rocher, like to me, the best part of it is like if you can like get the like it's like the cream filling kind of, right? It's like that hazelnutty kind of like cream filling. They just turned that into the entire like they made a dessert this big that is all just that, but like a better texture. I don't know how to describe it. It shouldn't be legal, probably. Okay, I was gonna say there's no way you let him live here, right? They have DoorDash in Canada. The yearly subscription covers the delivery fees, which is a good deal if you order a lot, like me. We do have DoorDash. I did this thing where I would go on Uber Eats and I would like keep making carts and emptying them because one of my friends was like, this is a life hack. He said I did this and they offer you like Uber Eats for like $1 a month if you do that, like the Uber One or whatever their subscription is. So I tried that shit. I like went on and I like created a bunch of carts. Right, and I would just like empty them, abandon them. I would like open up a restaurant, like put a bunch of shit on my cart, and then close the app. And lo and behold, like a few days later, they were like, "Hello, do you want like a $1 subscription to Uber One with like a month free?" And I was like, "Oh, fucking don't mind if I do." The funny thing is, they did get me though, because since then I have been actually paying for it for a couple of months at full price. So like, I'm pretending that I fucking I beat the system, and in reality, I am but another slave. I'm but another cog in the machine. But yeah, that covers delivery fees for a lot of things, not everything though. Like I think a lot of like some of those stores that are like if it's really distant or if the delivery fee is really high or something, it still just tells you to go fuck yourself. I'm not sure if DoorDash does that for everything, honestly. I don't make Uber Eats orders that often, once or twice a month maybe, but free sugar hack for real. Being an adult who fucks with sweet is not for the faint of heart. Being an adult who fucks with sweet, it's like those insanely specific t-shirts that like millennials and boomers used to wear, It's like, don't fuck with a dad born on February 22nd, 1972, who didn't raise any cuck liberal children and loves Dungeons and Dragons. Being an adult with diabetes, well, who's, genetically, diabetes runs in your genetic code and fucking with sweet, that's really not for the faint of heart. Check out this new life hack called using the system exactly as intended. Yeah. Check out this new life hack called falling for marketing tactics. Right? All my friends be like, oh, that's too sweet for me. Never. It's true. It's true. I will say, I mean, that this dessert that I'm talking, like, it actually is too sweet. Like, I don't think I've ever had the feeling of, like, this is too sweet. That actually is too sweet. Like, eating it makes me remember that sugar is an addiction and a drug, right? That, like... but like it's too sweet in like a way that I can't stop eating it. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever used DoorDash or Uber Eats before. It's probably a good thing to like not expose yourself to. It's another abstraction where money just feels faker and faker, and then you just make all these bad financial decisions. But don't starve, bro. Life hack I use whenever I get an urge to eat. Whenever I get the urge, I eat a banana and watch mukbang videos to gaslight my brain that I'm eating the sweets. That's called an eating disorder, I think. This sounds like the people who like chew on ice cube and watch someone eat a steak. Think, normalize gaining weight. Honestly, normalize gaining some weight. For real, damn. I think I'm not trying to blow up your spot, right? I'm not trying to blow up your spot, but like. Normalize gaining some weight every now and then, man. It's like obviously everything in moderation. Certainly, like extreme obesity can be problematic, but like normalize just like eating some shit every now and then. You're so real for that, yeah. Wait, that's not healthy. What that person just said? Eating an ice cube and watching someone like, watching someone eat a steak. I would say so. Let's talk about gaining some weight. I mean, gaining some weight being unhealthy depends a lot. I mean, if you already are very Weight gain fat is hardly a bad thing. Can it be in like, you know, extreme quantities? Yeah, absolutely. But also like, I don't know, soaking fucking water, man, right? Bonk. I need to lose weight, my guy. I'm 190. How tall are you? Apparently, if you ask people with eating disorders, watching other people eat is a common thing they do. Yeah, I mean, anything where you have to like combat your fucking, you have to combat your urges in a way that feels like tying yourself to a chair with fucking bindings on it. It's probably not a healthy relationship with food. 5'8.5", usually put at 5'9". 5'9", 190. I mean, I think that would technically be classified as overweight for sure. But like, I don't think you're like, it's not like, oh my god, you're like so obese that you need to go to a doctor immediately, right? You could lose some weight. You could also stay the weight that you are. Just, you know. Instructions unclear. I'm eating a steak while watching someone chew on ice. Wait a second. It'd be worth it when it's like 0 Fahrenheit outside or if it's raining hard. True. I weigh 150 pounds. I'll be all right if I smash a large pizza in one sitting on my own. Yeah, yeah. This isn't me trying to like. This isn't me trying to like deny the scientific reality that like, you know, being like obese or being extremely overweight can like lead to a lot of health problems for sure. But it's also like, you know, I think it is. There's a moderation viewpoint in there somewhere. I think people get to the point where it's like, oh, you know, like I'm 15 pounds heavier than society recommends for my height. Things are going horribly wrong, right? Ow, ow. I'm eating steak while my only liquids are melting ice cubes. You know. I mean, I'm 6'6", 250 and feel great. Know for a fact I need to lose some. Yeah. I mean, you like, I don't know, man. I'm not that big. Honestly, I'm a 5'9" king as well. I don't know what, you know, normal. Because this is like the thing they would make fun of you for on the playground back in the day or something like that. But like, it is also the case that like two different people can be 6'6" and have like a similar body fat composition and weigh very different amounts, right? Different body different body types do exist. But like, you know, try to have like a healthy relationship that is not. BMI isn't a good health indicator anyway. Oh, BMI is definitely not it. Yeah, I mean, by BMI, I'm pretty sure like, you know, a lot of people who we would consider like incredibly physically fit would be overweight because BMI literally just cares about your weight and your height. It doesn't even like if your weight is like all muscle or mostly muscle or like a significantly muscle or something like that, it would still be like, well, the number is too big for your height, and that BMI is a horrible idea. Yeah. What if someone is 6'7"? Yes. I get it. BMI is basically entirely fake, right? It could be a decent heuristic to go off of, especially if you know that you're a person who like doesn't really exercise at all, and you don't have like any like probably your weight is not significantly based in muscle or something like that. But yeah, like realistically, it's just I don't know. I feel like obesity is not usually like something that is like confusing, right? Like if you are like if your weight is like generally causing you like severe adverse health effects, I don't know, man. Maybe everyone's got their own circumstances, you know, like eating, being able to choose what your diet is, having the free time to like cook your own meals instead of, you know, just eating the cheap unhealthy slop that they serve you. Like that in of itself can be a bit of a privilege, right? But like, two, it's also like if that is causing you those kind of issues, you probably know. You probably don't need to like look it up on, right? You probably don't need to look that shit up on Google. And it's like, you know, am I morbidly obese? My scale shows me a 29% BMI, but I go to the gym hard for 3 days and cardio all 7 days, right? Yeah. Learning to cook your own meals is one of the most useful skills you can develop. Absolutely, yeah. Not being American, being surrounded by their food also helps your health. Sure, yeah. Though obesity certainly is like much more of a global problem these days, right? For work, I walk 14 miles a day. It's the only thing keeping me safely alive. Some exercise is good, right? Some exercise is good. Definitely, like I really wanna be. This is not me saying, oh, you don't need to exercise. Eat literally everything that you want. Get as big as you want. For me, that, you know. But I think, honestly, like I almost feel like these, like, there's, like, both things are a problem, yes? Like, being morbidly obese can certainly be a big problem, right? But also having, like, a lot of people, like, feels like a lot of people just fucking have eating disorders and don't even realize it, right? That's also a problem. And I feel like as a society, we are, like, more, at least, you know, in Canada and the US, I can't speak about, like, other cultures, really, that I'm less familiar with. But it feels like we're closer to the side where it's like, everyone is really obsessed with how much they weigh. We're closer to the unhealthy side of that than, like, oh, everyone is just constantly talking about the fact, oh, who cares if I weigh 500 pounds? It doesn't matter. I don't think we're really there. I think we are at the, in a lot of ways, it feels like we are at the, like, the opposite end of, like, the, oh, you know, I'm 6'3" and 120 pounds, but, like, I'm snatched or whatever. Ow. I got a cushy office job for the first time in my life, gained 20 pounds in 2 years. It'll do that. I'll do that. I usually only eat one meal a day, which is probably not a good thing. Yeah. I feel good, though, so it's probably not such a bad thing. I mean, you listen to your body. Maybe, you know, maybe you don't need the same kind of caloric intake as a lot of other people. Maybe you have a really fucking slow metabolism. Who knows? Drink when you're thirsty, eat when you're hungry type shit, you know? I'm like 14 years into an office job. And look at this guy with his fucking job security. Brag more, brother. I have that sloth metabolism. Fair enough, man. This guy's held a job down for 14 consecutive years. All right, buddy. Whatever you say. Let's kill this. Let's beat this guy to death with hammers. I'm 38, trying to get jacked by 40. I feel like I'm 23 again. The mental health boost from working out, eating better is insane. It's true, right? Like, certainly, right? Like physical activity is good. Walking is good. Like, exercise. Like, it doesn't have to be insane exercise either. You don't have to be trying to get jacked. But just, like, even I found, like, going for a walk every day is gonna it just feels nice, man. It just feels nice. Your body was not built to be sedentary. It's funny because on the opposite side of the spectrum, non-diabetics using Ozempic to try to be under 100 pounds. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we're, like, the reason, like, I'm being a little flippant about the idea of, like, gaining weight, the idea of, you know, have that donut, whatever, is because it really does feel like the more, like, the culture really is just shifting to the problematic end on the other side, right? Like, it really, like, that's, like, right now I feel like our problem is more, like, don't be fat at all costs, and what fat means keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Like, that's much more of our problem than, like, everyone is 500 pounds and doesn't even think it's a problem, you know? This Ozempic, Wegovy, like, just general semaglutide shit is, like, that shit is terrifying, man. I saw, like, I know diabetics, and some of them have tried to take Ozempic, and, like, they don't like it. Like, they're like, this shit, like, it's like a harrowing experience, man. It paralyzes your fucking digestive system, right? Like, they need to take it, like, for their condition, and they're like, this shit is awful. What's Ozempic? It's a medication. It's a brand name. I believe that the, like, name of, like, the name of, like, the medicine or the treatment or whatever is, like, semaglutide injections. I don't know what that means. I'm not a biologist or a scientist or a doctor or whatever the fuck. But, like, yeah, that shit is, like, very unpleasant, right? Like, the people who might, you know, it's used as, like, it can be a medicine for diabetics, but it has the side effects of being a really huge appetite suppressant, to my understanding. So a lot of, like, non-diabetics are using it to lose weight because we live in hell world. But the people who, like, need it for medicine sometimes are like, this shit is awful. I hate that I have to take this. Like, I wish that I didn't need to, like, have this thing, like, wreaking havoc on my gut biome. So the fact that, like, a bunch of people who don't need to take it are electing to take it just because, you know, they're 140 pounds and they want to be 110 pounds, like, they're healthy weight and they want to become unhealthy weight, or they're healthy weight and they want to become slightly more societally acceptable healthy weight or something like that. Like, that shit is way more worrying to me than the idea of people being like, I like donut, I want 2 donuts and not 1 donut. I think I will have 2 cheat day today. Like, sure, man, yeah. Being sedentary feels so good. I was unemployed for the past month and I loved it. Going out for 2 hours, walking around trying to get a job and then coming home and gaming the rest of the day was heaven. Yeah, I mean, I think if you tie the walking around trying to get it to trying to get a job too, that'll be, you know, it'll certainly make the walking around feel less fun. 500 cigarettes, so true. Being underweight sucks, don't do it. Yeah, man. Uno popping off, by the way, on the side while we try to fight the systemic tide of 10 pounds overweight is apparently the end of days. Let's tap into the immortal Onk health tips. Well, it says it fucks their stomach, but she needs it. Meanwhile, the price is skyrocketing because Beverly Hills people are rooting it to cheat their bodies. Yeah, yeah. Right? Like, it is not a fun experience. So the fact that people are, like, willingly undergoing it because being just that little bit thinner is that important to them it's like we are... I don't know. We've fallen off the deep end, man. Obesity is not our problem. Eating disorders and, like, extremely unhealthy, like, yes, obesity is a problem, absolutely, right? And there's lots of obesity and it leads to a lot of health effects and things like this, right? But, like, it feels like just this, like, rampant desire to be 100 pounds is maybe even more dangerous. Some real demons in CMQ right now. Oh my, I gotta dodge that shit. I'm gonna wait until like 8:30 or something, maybe right after stream. It's fat phobia. Yep. I'm no expert on all that, but I did see some interesting stuff. I saw some like African folks talking about how, like, because it is one of those like facts that you always hear about and you never really connect the dots, where like societally at least it used to be considered like a fashionable thing to be fat in like medieval Europe and shit like that, because it was like food was scarce, right? So if you were fat, it showed that you were rich. But then it was, you know, when a lot of this colonialism started and a lot of this like systemic racism and shit like that, apparently a lot of the African people that they brought over, like they fucking just like they enslaved, like they captured and took over on the ships and shit like that. Apparently a lot of them were fat and they were like, oh no, we can't be like those people, right? So like apparently a lot of the kind of like this idea, like, yeah, obviously there's scientific backing to it, right? Like there is, like, I'm not like the idea that, you know, being really obese is very bad for you. That's not like, I don't think, honestly, more and more things that I thought made a lot of sense. But yeah, you know, that is not like a social construct. That's like, there's scientific proof of that, right? That being like really overweight is bad for you. Absolutely. I'm not questioning that. But a lot of the like very rampant, overt, like over the top despise of fatness is rooted in like anti-black, like slavery era, like culture. This basically became the norm. You know what I mean? Makes sense, I guess, just because why not? Everything is fucking horrible, and like everything that sucks was born out of like colonialism at some point, I guess. But yeah, I haven't like looked into that, but I just heard someone like mention it offhand, and I was like, interesting. I've never heard of this before. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Yeah. As not a black person, there's a lot of stuff that when you actually start listening to black people talk about, you know, all of these things that you know, to me and you are just like, oh, this is just what culture is, and they're like, actually, this shit is born out of anti-blackness. You go, wait, really? And then they like bring the receipts, and you're like, oh fuck, huh, that's crazy. So this very well could just be another one of those things. I'm no expert. This is new information to me as a Jamaican. I don't know, man. I don't know. I heard this. I've not like looked into it or like fact checked or anything like that, but I was like, maybe. There's like a bunch of 80s fashion magazines. They're so insane. They put a 110-pound woman on the cover of a title. Have a title. Piggy thinks it's okay to show her fat legs. It's wild. Yeah. Even if harmful weight was just a social construct, people would still find it attractive because we love red flags. So true, bestie. So true. Real and true. The point being, though, that like, me personally, I would much rather have like everyone be like 15 pounds overweight or something like that than whatever the fuck is going on right now with all this semaglutide, Ozempic, Wegovy nonsense. Personally, that strikes me as, or like, you know, yeah, so like, was it Gotcha who was just talking, or I forget who was just like, yeah, like I'll just watch a banana, I'll eat a banana, I'll watch a banana, yeah, I'll eat a banana and watch other people eat the food that I want to eat to trick my brain into thinking that I'm like, that brother, that's an eating disorder. Cheeky? Oh, sorry, yeah. I don't know, bro. I gotta fit in this Japanese denim. Like, that shit to me is way more worrying than... and it's not like you're weird for that, Cheeky. I think a lot of people would... Like, if they were being honest, a lot of people would like say something similar, right? Where it's like they have these urges and they feel like it's the, you know, they do everything they can to resist them to the point of developing these like psychotic rituals like that, yeah. We're accidentally derailed the whole stream. This is the stream, man. We're watching some Granblue. I probably should be watching the Granblue a little bit more closely. I want to lose weight to cosplay Lucy. Goddamn astrals forcing us to fit these unrealistic astral body standards. That's valid though. I mean, Lucy kind of skinty with it, for sure. But that even, okay, to be fair, that's cheating though. That ain't even his body, man. Like, he doesn't even have to maintain that shit. It literally just looks like that. And I got that because I used to be poor, so start doing things like that. Also, I got him taking naps in the evening and sleeping early because I couldn't afford food, so sleeping to skip the hunger. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Unfortunately, we live in a hellscape where if you don't have enough money, you don't get to have human rights. That's tough, man. I am sorry to hear that. Hopefully, you're doing a little bit better now, at least financially. And like, I don't mean to like call you out and be like, you know, hey brother, that's fucking weird. I think it's a lot of people struggle with their relationship with food. It's not you being like a weird guy, right? We got off topic to get away from the goats getting knocked out of top 8. So Toro gets, Fade's talking about this set hurts him. Does Toro get his shit rocked here? Hi, Brillium. Hello, no. I'm way better. Those habits are still there. I never got into getting rid of them. That's fair, man. When you live through something like that, it changes you for a long time. Like, even if you leave those circumstances, you're gonna carry those scars with you. Nice conversion. U-boot is really good for that, right? We were talking about these, like, extended herb box whiff punish style conversions, right? Grand U-boot, very nice for that. Like, that was like past the tip range of Percy Far H, well into like adding on the range of like the Grand Far H, and U-boot, you know, still got him under cover there. Oh my god, the throw techs. Leave me alone, man. That Grand Far M is pretty fucked up post throw tech for sure. I talked about Grand Blue in a minute, but seeing Grand in high level is so odd when you associate it with crackheads and low master. Like, I mean, the character's good. He's solid. The character's strong, right? He's not super common, but I'm not surprised to see Grand cooking up in top 8 here. Low masters. Vayne, you wild beats, another great confirm. Yeah. I think a lot of characters will have a U skill that is pretty decent for that. It stands out when if you've got a meterless way to do that, but ow. That does start to get pretty rare. Sieg doesn't? Yes, yeah. Sieg's mid-screen in general is something that I hold against him quite a lot. Especially his, basically his, like, inability to extend it with meter, really. Even you, Orkin, for, like, just the guaranteed, like, full-screen carry from back to the wall, that's not the most flexible thing. It's not like everything you just combo into it for free, either. Never had a bad relationship with food outside of being super picky. I wish I wasn't. Me too, man. I honestly, I don't know that I wish I wasn't. I feel like I'm picky about my food, and it just means that I'm really good at, like, picking food that I do like, you know? Luckily, I think I was born with the twin brainworms of, like, I'm very picky, and I am very okay with not having variety. Like, not just in food. Just, like, I'm super okay with, like, routine. I'm super okay with just doing the same thing, like, day in and day out. Eating the same thing day in and day out. So it's like, I just get to, like, because I'm picky, I get to just find the shit that I really like and just eat it forever. Right? Very, very, like, synergistic brainworms. So in house people, they'll bitch whenever I tried to use food that wasn't specifically marked not to eat, so without a car, it was easier just to fast food. That's fair. That's fair. God, I'm tired of all this woke dialogue. We have to distract Brick with a new topic fast. Fear not, chat. I got you. Mid-range characters are more honest, and their players by proxy more talented. No, that's true. You can read that in, like, the Trump voice, and it would work pretty well. Just tuned in. What's the top 8 looking like character-wise? Sorry, we're having woke dialogue. We're talking about all these woke dialogue. Mom Danny is a great guy. He's very, very handsome man. Very charming. The character, the top 8 is looking like. I mean, we have Percy Gran right here. We have Lowain. We had Soriz. We had what's it called? We have Meg. We had. Anyone else fucking remember who else is here, man? Any knowers? Uno. Yeah, that's right. I forget. I'm picky as hell too. It's my money that I'm spending. It's my money I'm spending. Why would I not be picky? Exactly. Most of my shit posting now ends up sounding Trumpy. It's so cooked. He would be such a great shit poster if he wasn't like one of the worst people to ever exist. If little bro wasn't like 2025 Hitler, he would be so funny. It's a damn shame. Ow. York and being 18 frames is so dumb, I'm not gonna lie. Makes no sense because he can't really use it as a poke confirmed 9% of the time. Yeah, I feel like it being 16 frames. I mean, maybe Siegfried doesn't need any buffs, but like for a Siegfried buff, you Orkin comboing off his like far L and shit would be kind of nice. Well, this woke dialogue. I'm tired of this woke dialogue. Bonk. Toro is just not having a good day, huh? Does he get 3-0'd twice? He took a round this time. I don't know if he took a round last time. This is not me, like, you know, obviously this is not me, oh, like Toro is washed or something like that. It's like, this must not have been a good day for him. This just must not have been a good day for him, I have to imagine, because it just... Whatever is happening, it is not panning out for the GOAT here. Just pretend everything funny he says is Mr. Smiling Friend Guy. Yeah. I enjoy being a creature of ritual, which is why it's so annoying how excited my mom seems to get at the idea of me being taken out of my comfort zone, forced to get rid of something I enjoy. An example being her smiling at the idea of the Air Force making me shave off my long hair. Are you joining the Air Force? Or like, is this something that you are doing? Like, do you want? Oh, I like that corner carry. Is this something you want to do? Toro has the top 8 0-9 streak at the moment. 2 top 8, no games won. Sometimes you're in a funk. I hate this YouTube live player. This shit stutters and buffers like an underground. But Twitch runs it fine. BS? Really? I mean, you know, I'm contractually obligated to not suggest one site over the other. But I feel like it's pretty, I think it's pretty well, usually the meta is that YouTube has the better player, but Twitch has the better chat experience, yeah? Trying to get in, going through the process of joining it. I see. I mean, I don't know about your relationship with your own mother. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, she just is doing what's best for you or something. I have no fucking idea, right? But like, using that as a jumping off point, I could see a world where like a parent might like the idea of their child leaving their comfort zone, trying new things like that. Just because I feel like that can be a bit of an important experience as far as like getting to know yourself, like getting experience in the world, things like this, right? So I could see it from that point of view, but then there certainly are like weird parents that are just like, there's a lot of parents who seem to view their kids as fucking ops, man. I have a friend like that. Her mom seems to view her like an op. I don't know how that works, but like it's crazy. I think YouTube stutters for people if someone's using an ad blocker because of some new code they're using. It's nonsense, really. They tricked me. I'm not gonna lie. They tricked me into getting YouTube Premium because I saw that you could make videos go even faster than 2x. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking shit. You could get like the 2.5x has kind of been my jam, but like yeah, like sometimes I'll even go on the 3x sometimes. Whatever is wrong with my brain, like this is just like I love having this option. This is like the entire reason I'm paying for YouTube Premium because I couldn't do this otherwise. 2x oftentimes does not feel, it feels sluggish to me these days. I'm afraid to ever 2x and I'll never be able to get off of it. Yep, it gets worse. I 2x'd for like 8 years and now I need 3x. Toro just cannot catch a break with Rising Man. I'll continue to pray for his W. Are we is this a shitpost? This is a joke, right? Right, like Toro, the winner of the Arc World Tour Finals for Grand Blue Fantasy. That Toro? That one can't catch a break in Rising? That's the one. Second place in the first Evo, like third place in the second Evo or something like that. That guy? Winner of the Arc World Tour? Hello, Brickman. Hello, Cassie. A fun trick I learned to review Matera matches was watching them at 4x. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I got premium because I like listening to music on the road, using my phone and an aux cord. Yeah, man. Struggle with me liking long hair while they like my short hair more. I enjoy my long showers. Why must you be happy that I'm forced into short showers? Yeah, I don't know. I get maybe your mom is not, you know, maybe she's one of those parents that's a little bit more difficult or something, but I'm saying like in a vacuum, I could see the vision on a parent wanting her, you know, very routine-based child to like, maybe forced is the wrong word, but like to be, you know, to step outside of their comfort zone every now and then. Because maybe you might discover new stuff that you like, that you were keep closing yourself off from or something. But cutting your hair short, I feel like that's not really a spiritual, like you're not gonna learn anything about yourself by cutting your hair short, I don't think. But let's use the spacing dynamic and how you're controlling the stage without getting too bogged down by individual interactions. Oh. Yeah, I see what you mean. I have YouTube Premium. That's why I want to run up on YouTube HQ. Allegedly. No, that's fair, man. For legal reasons. This is a joke. Meg confirmed not meh, or is Gamera just ghost status? I've been seeing mixed opinions on Meg. I've been seeing some people like I'm of the camp that Meg feels pretty good to me. But I've seen some people be non-believers. It could be true, right? It could be true. Character seems pretty impressive to me though. Ow, ow. This is I can actually read that. That's it's O and then San, but like I'm pretty sure I also know that that's the kanji for fish, right? That's Osakana-san. He's playing Belial here? Does Uno not like fighting Meg? Only Meg issues volatility on defense and health? Right, yeah. Like this is Osakana-san playing Belial into Meg instead of Uno? If Meg wasn't strong, at least in Gamera's eyes, I don't think we'll be seeing her here. Oh, I mean, Gamera clearly thinks she's strong as well. Gamera can be wrong, though, right? Or he could, yeah, certainly he could be, like, trying her out right now. Like, maybe he's not sure about her, and he's trying her out, and he wants to see. I mean, maybe also on Twitter has said he thinks Meg is super strong or something. I don't know, but... a bit lower on her than I was. Still think she's around top 10 to 12. Yeah, yeah. Feels lower moonish to me, personally, but... for me, my hair was the one way I could express myself when I was younger, so I'm very attached to it. I fuck with that, man. I see that. That's fair. I really have only ever had... what? He gets a goddamn... what's it called? Trade combo off of that? Elsa said also that Galleon was strong. I was... well, listen. Calendar year. I'll tell you for free. I was like, even for now, me still being Galleon's strongest soldier. I was never on board with Elsa's early assessment of Galleon, I will say. Other than that, I do have to say calendar year. We should rate characters by their moon rank instead of their tier list here. Unfortunately, that means we would only put 12 characters on the list. we have to stop at 12, man. We have to stop at fucking 12. We couldn't do anything past 12. Running under people, my favorite? Exactly. Good? But it'll be like your 12 least favorite characters, probably. It'll be the 12 best characters in the game. Belial privilege continues? Oh, it's alive and well. Do not get that shit twisted. Are you dead? Yeah, Sharku Tussle. Nice. Hold on, let me check my fucking idle game on the side here. Don't worry about it, man. Why always gotta be up in people's business, man? Just let me do me, man. Don't fucking worry about it. It's not a big deal. You can handle it. I don't have to think about it. You know what I'm talking about? You guys don't know what I'm fucking talking about, man. You guys don't know fucking anything. That's okay. That's fine. Swap streams, I'm here now. Hello. Oh, you're not the person who's talking about that was Hot Pocket, you're random, yeah. I was like, who, were you the person talking about blowing up YouTube headquarters? Okay, your singing voice is kind of majestic. I don't think so. I think I have a good... like, listen. I'm a bit of an egotist. I think I have a good voice. I don't think I'm good at singing, though. You know what I mean? Gold Dick Lewinson. I don't know how to sing. Mixtape one. I just have a naturally nice voice, I think. Karaoke night one. That could be a fun idea. If it wasn't all getting copyright stricken. He's no tubby. Literally kill yourself. Don't get me wrong, I think blowing up YouTube headquarters would be a good time. That's besides the point. Yeah. That guy's a national treasure. I absolutely dread fighting Meg, probably because I fight her 10 times a night. She's gotten a lot less common in Master, at least. I feel like I don't see her as often. When I do, she's fun to fight. I don't know. Maybe that's a sign that she's not that good. Maybe if Meg feels fun to fight, maybe she's bad. It's probably a sign that she's not, like, you know, Lowain Matera tier, at least. If singing could be learned through spreadsheets and frame data, you'd go up the tier list for sure. You say that shit? I bet you, like, alongside some practice, I bet you it could be. Like, I bet you could very much analyticize a lot of, like, music theory and singing techniques and things like that. Like, obviously, you'd still end up needing to put in the practice, but, like, I can do that. I think they're probably, like, I feel the call of the void sometimes. Also, I think someone is saying something nice. One sec. PTC. I break up watching for a while. Fighting games make me very nervous, but I really enjoy Grand Blue, and your videos have helped me sort of get over that. So much love. Dude! That is very nice to hear. Understandable, right? A lot of people, I think, suffer with, like, they want to play the video game, but, like, you know, fighting, there's a lot of dealing with, like, loss, getting your ass beat, shit like that happens in fighting games. It takes a lot of time to get over, so any way that I can help with that, I appreciate it, for sure. I'm very happy to hear that. And, I mean, I can give you platitudes. I'm not gonna, it's not necessarily gonna help, but, like, I can just be like, hey, you know, even if you're nervous, I would just exposure therapy helps. Just, like, get out there and play them anyway, and over time, you'll be less and less nervous, but that's a personal thing. You can deal with that better than I can advise you to deal with it, probably. Out. My other issue with Meg is her Willness matchup kind of cheeks IMO. Interesting. I can see it. Seen the Twitter trend that an all-black horse got popular and people started drawing it as a super cute Uma? I have not, no. We need. I mean, it's unfortunately it's a Japanese game, so it'll literally like never ever happen. The closest thing we'll ever get is like fucking Hichi Amazon or something probably. But we do need more melanated Uma, man. Out. The only Uma trend I know is Uma X Broncos. Excuse me. Like the Denver Broncos. Whoa, that converts, huh? Yeah, that shark drill's really fast, right? Closest we get is Amazon and Air Shakur. Yeah. Like characters that cannot chase down Meg's backdash, so I absolutely hate fighting her. But think about it. If you do chase down her backdash, you get a grounded combo. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I also know Twitter twend, a Twitter twend. Princess. I don't like you going on Twitter. It's not called Twitter also. It's X the Everything app. Elon Musk. He's my hero. Air Shakur. It's the name of the real horse. Okay. I noticed a Twitter trend that when I opened the app, I realized I made a huge mistake. That's pretty based. That's pretty bad. You guys see all that shit with Grok, like saying that it would kill every child on Earth as long as it could keep Elon Musk's jacket free of dirt, so he could, you know, change the world, whatever the fuck he was doing. And then Elon was like, I didn't do that. It was definitely not me. Someone else must have done that. That's crazy. I was just like doing the Giga Glaze. Least diluted Elon bot, to be fair. No, that's valid. I'm playing Grand Blue much lately thanks to Chaos Zero Nightmare. Probably come back to play some more when the Gunner Girl drops. That's fair. Fish, indeed. I do love that her SSBA is the Dragon Fist, right? It always, in my head, I always go, if I don't, who will? And then she hits up the Golden Shark. Like it just, I can just imagine Meg standing with her fist up in the air and the fucking God Rays coming down on her. I'll do a goated Ogre run. I think I have to make a, my Ogre feels like she is underperforming in round 2 for sure. She's only won, I think, one race. She won one race yesterday. I think she needs on your left, man. I think the competition got a little stiffer, and she just doesn't quite have the horses, quote unquote, to consistently win. And I had a couple of 2 out of 5 runs yesterday that, you know, maybe if Ogre was more of a contender in one of those other races, it might have made a difference. Ow. It's like that time they put an AI Darth Vader in Fortnite and it started making skin color tier lists. I mean, Darth Vader would do that shit. As horrible as that, Darth Vader is, like, bro is imperialism. I got enough Zenny to get Ilsa for free, so that's nice. I like you calling it Zenny, man. My favorite thing was when the location shower came on and like 3 hours later was taken down for obvious reasons. The location shower? What is that? Ow. I got to Group A based off Orion winning the slots 3 times in a row. Doping was unparalleled. Dude, I fucking... A guy like me, I hate to see Major Orion coming in my fucking lobby, man. Because it's just like, she's probably not going to win. But it just becomes... Like, the entire mid-game just becomes straight anxiety. Like, every time she pops into 6th for, like, half a second, it's like, no, someone pass her, or be, no. Like, it just makes everything significantly less comfortable. I want to play Grand Blue so bad, but I need to wait until I have the new PC. You'll get there. Dead Mari. For Twitter, it showed the city and nation your account is based in. You could tell where many verified accounts were. Oh, I did see this. I think I saw one example that was like, it was like some account called like Texan girl from Texas. and the shower said that she was like Russian. And it was like, ah, yes, ah, I see. Like it's a lot of these accounts that are posting this like either like directly like politically and culturally inflammatory shit, or like the kind of like softer like slow burn culture war shit. And it's just like, oh, it turns out that, oh, you're a Russian bot agitating like Western culture. That sounds right. That sounds right. I have a question. Is the Tenno Show Spring like a mad hard race to win? Because my Naruto Brian cannot win that shit. It's the longest race in the game. Even with the stamina bonus from career, you need a lot of stamina. The Tenno Show Spring is just the longest race in the video game. It's 3,200 meters. So if you like, you get a big stat bonus to all. You get plus 400 to every single stat as long as you're in career. Even with that though, you need like 900 stamina and a gold recovery or something like that to survive the Tenno Show Spring. Now, all the other horses that you're racing against probably also don't have enough stamina, but if you're lacking, they'll still have more than you. You'll die, and you know you're gonna get your shit rocked in that race for sure. All the Japanese LARPers being exposed as Westerners has been funny. Yeah. Gamera, why? Wait, hold on. This is the guy's part. I did look. I was thinking. They got me thinking about Uma Musume, Game of the Century, and I missed what happened. What happened? Hold up. We're watching the YouTube. Okay, cool. I mean, he should. So wait, hold on. Gamera loses this? I see. Oh no, man. Okay, yeah, I guess he just close end, but he did it too early. Like he buffered it too early while the shark drill was still happening, so this didn't come out. Oh god, he forgot his melatonin at home. Okay, yeah, we don't have to watch the rest of that. What do you think makes high level Granblue engaging? I was having a discussion the other day about how it feels very different than the SF6 dynamic. I don't know, because I mean it's gonna be colored in like my own biases, obviously. I mean I just like Granblue more than Street Fighter 6, but I mean, it'll be a bunch of buzzwords, right? It looks pretty, that's true. It feels dynamic, like it feels like the game state can change very quickly, right? Maybe that's a bad thing at a top level, because it's like, you know, like Brave Count, like the existence of Brave Counter, for example, means that very quickly it can go from someone being stuck in defense to like back to neutral, or, I mean, this one I think is too much. With a hard knockdown Brave Counter, it can go to like, okay, now it's straight up, it's their turn, actually. Like, it goes from them being on defense to them being on offense. It is pretty. I think visually it's just satisfying to watch someone hit a combo in Granblue. Just like it's satisfying to do a combo in Granblue. Yeah, it feels dynamic, I guess. The game ends up being much more about specific game knowledge. It's very impressive at this level. I mean, that's certainly the same thing with high level SF6 too, though, right? Like high level SF6, like a lot of it is not going to be about just like, oh yeah, you know, they held parry and then hit forward twice to drive rush. There's hella mental stack in this game too. True. Big butts are also a factor. Honestly, if Galleon wasn't in the game, I might have to say that Street Fighter might have us beat, man. At least if you're attracted to men, anyway. Or sorry, if you're attracted to women. If you're attracted to men, I feel like I can't speak on it, but I feel like Granblue probably mogs. No. If you're attracted to women, I feel like Street Fighter might have mogged Granblue until Galleon came around. For a guy like me, anyway. As a new player, the first time I hit one of the advanced training combos was an unmatched feeling, and my favorite Souls-like is Sekiro. Ah, yeah. You fuck with the rhythm game? Beep, pew, pew, pew. It's over when R. Mika hits SF6, but I think... Depends. SF has a lot more big men. That's true. If that's like... If that is your, like, that more kind of traditionally masculine presentation is more your vibe, then certainly you'll fuck with that. If you're attracted to men, Granblue mogs every other fighting game. There's a lot of different... There's a lot of different flavors of men, for sure. Granblue does err more on the side of kind of like the anime boy, you know? Like not... I wouldn't call them, like, not masculine. But yeah, just, like, sleeker builds, like younger-looking men a lot of the time. Owie. It's a bunch of like Corbeaus from Pokemon Z to A. Twinks and Otters, potentially. Do you any knowers, any members of the LGBT community? Do you have to be gay to be a twink? Like, does a man for a man to be a twink, does he have to be a gay man? Do you know what, like, is that Or is it used to describe like a physical body type, or a physical body type for a person that belongs to a particular sexual orientation? A twink is a body type? Gotcha. So you can have like straight twinks. Question of the year? I'm just stupid, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. Twink is just physical build? Gotcha. So you can have twink is a body type? Gotcha. So you can just have like a straight twink. Body type, orientation, general notwithstanding. Thank you. That makes sense. Then in which case, yeah, I would say straight twinks get pegged by women. Sure, yeah. Why not? Twink does physical build? Okay. Thanks for everyone chiming in there. No way, you guys are blowing my mind? Yeah, like, as a straight guy, I would have assumed that, like, a twink was, like, that body type, but they were also, like, a gay man. I did not realize... I feel like there's a lot of people, like, people would throw the word twink around, but I assumed it was being used inaccurately. Twink in the dictionary specifies gay man, but that's wrong. I see. This what the fuck? This is the AIest AI ad that has ever AI'd. What in the world? What are they doing over... Taiwan's doing it differently over there, man. What the hell? What is going on over there? That was a 100% start to finish AI ad. That wasn't a single human soul involved there. Get this shit off of me. My fucking eyes. Glad that was the question all of chat could answer immediately and accurately. I think I give off like dumb straight guy who's doing his best energy. I think it makes there's quite, I think that we got a bunch of like queer people in the chat. It's nice. I fuck with it. I'm glad that people feel comfortable, being being themselves here. You're definitely only straight guy in queer friend group energy. Yeah. I'm the bi and he they. Yeah. Also sub. What's going on, man? AI ad followed by AI fighting game. Don't Google Lancelot twink death. Correct? Wouldn't that just be Lancelot?
Very good odds that this
becoming buff?
Smart and attractive.
Like twink death isn't like killing twinks, right? Like it's like a twink becoming like a buffer, big, like losing the body type. Yeah. Also, Peachy, thanks for the prime. Very happy to hear that I was able to help you a little bit of that fighting game anxiety. Yes, yeah. What's wrong with Lancelot twink though? Like, what if? I mean, maybe if you're like a really big fan of twinks, it'll make you sad. Twink death's becoming either chubby or buff. Yeah, like maybe if you were a really big fan of twinks, then you might like look at Lancelot twink death and a tear might roll down the cheek. But the Granblue community is inherently pretty queer given the base game. I buy that for sure. Isn't twink death just becoming old? Well, that's true actually. Does twink necessitate youthful? Like say that like could you be a 60-year-old twink? Is twink ageist? Experts, I need you again. Dumb straight guy asking dumb straight guy question. Can you be like 60 years old and still a twink? I don't think so. Wellness twink birth, yeah. Loses all the muscle mass. We love you for it, thanks, man. Twink is usually a title given people under 30, but if you age well, you can be. Okay. So you still like, but you would still need to you would need to be old, but still appear youthful. Like you couldn't appear non-youthful and still be a twink. Also be very hard to maintain at that age, but technically maybe possible? Okay. Is Lucy a twink too, or is he jacked? Lucy is too buff to, right? Or old for that matter. Lucy's lean. But I mean, I guess, can twinks be muscular? Lucy's a twunk. That's like a cross between a twink and a hunk, yes? I thought I might be mentally a twink, then I discovered I was a girl. Yeah. Hey man, whatever journey takes you there. As long as you get there in the end, we're pogging up. Also, a Lucy in top 8? Wait, Shio? Oh yeah, because Lowain doesn't like fighting Kag, right? That makes sense. Cagliostro, I think, is one of the few characters Lowain does not enjoy fighting, to my understanding. So I don't know why he pulled out the Lucy. Maybe it's just the other character that Shio plays. But I do see why Shio didn't want to play Lowain into Zangief Dream necessarily. Got my player to stop stuttering. I'm watching the stream at 360p. Brick looking like Lara Croft, but it works. Do you see my polygon tits right here? If you've seen some of the summer skins for Bubs Belial from the original game, you understand why so many of the males look the way they do in Granblue? Summer Bubs, I've just seen the art of like he's in like a body at like a pool or a spring or something like that, and he's like standing up out of it, and like his ass is just out. Bubs is pretty buff though, right? Like Bubs is a big guy, I thought. Zangief Dream doesn't play grappler, fucking grappler tourists. You can fuck with Zangief and just still not, you know. Bubs straight up got cheeks showing? Yeah. Hair, to my understanding, body hair is a factor, yeah, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but like a bear, for example, is not just like a big muscular guy, it's a big muscular hairy guy. Or not even muscular, but it could be like fat as well, right? But like, yeah, it's just like a big hairy dude. Yes, large hairy man. Yeah. An otter is a lean hairy man. Is an otter the same size as a twink? Is that the thing? Like, is an otter the same size as a twink but just hairy? Because in my head, I always pick, like, an otter always felt like it would be a little bigger. I thought you were talking about actual animals? No. I didn't know the term otter in this context. We're all learning today. Thank you to the members of the queer community taking time out of their day to educate us fatally straight people. I think after twink is twunk. Otter covers hairy, twink, and twunks? Okay. It's an umbrella term. After twink is twunk and then otter? We have dissent. Wonder if the wiki or something has people's official height. I imagine most male drafts are at least 8 feet. Apparently not. Vasaraga is like, apparently he's about 7 feet even. Now, I think Voss is not a very tall male draft, correct? At least, okay, he is tall in terms of like general male drafts, but in terms of like the main character anime ones, like Gandagoza is like even bigger than Voss, right? Isn't he like, Voss is a chud? Nothing ever happens. I think muscles are lame because the animal kingdom got cooler male features like manes and peacock tails. We have manes. We got manes and beards and body hair. Boss like 7'3". Versuja is 6 even. I think Versuja is like 6. Oh wait, wait, you meant 6'7", I think, because you just didn't want to say it, because then everyone would do this. So he's like 5'10". Yeah. But yeah, the official heights, they're out there somewhere. Belial is 6 feet tall, I think. I think he is 6 even. I am curious as to why Lucy. Oh my god, he said it to the number. Is any Lucy mains? Does he like this matchup? Lucy's 175, Sandy's 174. This is like the most fucking niche reference ever, but like this is it's the one, or I mean, it's not that niche, it's a popular anime, but I think it's a very niche thing within that anime, the height scaling. This is like Lucy being 1 centimeter taller than Sandy means he's stronger than him. It's like the it's like the Zoro Sanji, the like Rayleigh and Gabon, right? The king and queen. It's height scaling. Lucy is 1 centimeter taller than Sandy because he could beat him in a fight. I can say humans don't have manes when Brick frequently streams unshaven. Excuse me. Granblue kind of fails with heights. Describing a character as massively tall and only 7 foot something. Massively tall should be like 8 feet or more. It depends, right? Like, in a fictional sense, sure, but like, I've only ever known one person who was above 7 feet tall. I would describe them as like insane. Like, you're so tall that it becomes the main thing about, like, it almost, like, I can almost imagine it being kind of like unfortunate, man. Like, you're so tall that it's like, it becomes like the primary thing people are gonna talk about or notice. Like, it becomes, you almost get like kind of put in a little box as just guy who's tall, right? Like, this person, I'm 5'9". This guy was, I think he was 7'1" or 2". Like, I was looking at his fucking belly button standing, like, if we're standing in front of each other, it felt like it was like, I was like, oh, this is a gigantic person. This is a huge person, right? Someone who's 6 feet tall, anyone who's 7 foot is gigantic even to me. A woman who's 6 foot, yeah, I mean, 6 feet's tall, right? 6 feet is very tall for a woman as well. But like, 7 feet, it's a different thing, man. Oh, nah, Brick's a Harvin? 5'9" is not a Harvin. In fact, I'll have you know, multiple reasons. This is how you know this is something that I've had to defend a lot in my life. I have it pre-cocked and loaded, man. Multiple reasons that I am the optimal height, actually, and yes, I'm coming at this from a full eugenicist angle. If you're taller than me, you shouldn't be allowed to reproduce. One, I'm 69 inches tall. I feel like that, you know, boom, done. First off, checkmate atheists. Fuck you, libtard. We're pro-pedo now. 2, I am the average height for just, like, men. I'm pretty close to it in, like, the whole world. Like, most of the world is, it varies somewhere between, like, 5'7" and, like, 5'11", right? I sit in the middle of that range. The entire world, because it was made for men, and I'm the average man, it was made for a guy who looks exactly like me. I fit in every seat. I am tall enough to reach the top shelf everywhere. I've never had to, like, you know, order a, like, custom make a bed in, like, on a fucking school trip because the bed wasn't tall enough for me. Any hotel I go to, everything fits me, you know? The world was created for a guy who is exactly my height. So, I feel like I'm, you know, plus, God gave me the fucked up, like, my wingspan is 6'3". You know what I mean? So I don't even, like, I got long reach. I can go up to the top shelf on the fucking, grab the cookies from the top shelf, and I get to still fit in things, unlike these top motherfuckers. Cap? Not cap, man. I promise. I lived with a bunch of white guys in university, and all of them were bigger than me. Like, the second shortest guy I lived with was like 6 feet tall, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". I think I had a bigger wingspan than almost all of them. The guy who was 6'4", the Dutch dude that was 6'4", had a bigger wingspan than I did. I had longer arms than everyone else that I lived with. I think we measured it at one point, and I was like 6'2" or 6'3" was my wingspan. I am not the Vitruvian man. So I have the perfect wingspan as well, because I can reach things despite being, you know, I'm not 6'3", but I can reach very high. Vitruvian man posting? I'm not, though. I'm not. My arms and legs are fucked up. The only good thing about being short is finding clothes. That's the thing. Again, like, you know what I wear everywhere? A medium or a large, because again, I am like, I am just size. I am guy. Every pair of pants just kind of fits me. You know what I mean? I just exist. I'm not short, I'm not tall, I'm literally just guy. The whole world was made for guy, and I'm him. We found him, it's the guy? That's right, man. Outside of the color of my skin and my religious beliefs, I really am kind of guy. Oh, fuck. It's a reversal, I fear. Imagine getting... I hate this fucking interaction, by the way. Just look at, like, they start these moves at, like, the same time. This really goes to show you how quickly the shit recovers for Lowain, right? Gag hops up, does the U-trap, right? Lowain, oh my god. He recovers in time to block, and Cagliostro gets punished by the U-wheel, man. Even the color of your skin's the optimal tone. Not too white, but not too dark. I don't know I want to go around talking about the optimal skin tone. I'm saying, you know, if you're gonna live in like a white man's country, maybe not being white is not the optimal skin tone. As far as you just, you know, having the system view you as like a human being. But I will say I am very, very light skinned, right? I am very, very, like, I am, like, I'm North African, but you could, like, I've gotten people talking to me like I'm Greek. I've gotten Latino before. The beard gives it away, right? The beard gives it away. And when growing out my hair, I think, like, that it's got, like, those curls and stuff in there. But, like, I think apparently to a lot of, like, when I shave, the hair by itself is not enough, apparently. When I shave, I've gotten Greek, I've gotten Italian, I've gotten Spanish. I think I look more vaguely Mediterranean than I do African, which, I mean, again, most, like, Egyptian is like a weird ethnicity, right? Because, like, it has been so mixed for so long that, like, honestly, I have no idea what the fuck my genetic makeup actually is, you know? I can pass as guy since I'm a 5'9" white guy. Bow before me / joking. Yeah. Very far north of Africa, the northern eastern tip of Africa. I am technically African, but, you know, it doesn't feel like it. Like, God knows I definitely don't have the same, like, lived experience as most, like, more southern Africans, you know? Plus, even in Egypt, like, South Egypt, you can get to, people from South Egypt are basically, like, genetically Sudanese, right? Like, they're darker skinned, right? They've got a lot more of, like, the African features and things like that. Even in Egypt, I am very, like, North Egyptian, you know? I'm very northern Egyptian. My mom is 100% Egyptian. She looks like she's got white skin. My mom is, I don't know what kind of fucking colonialism happened, but my mom is a white lady. At least skin-wise. Her features are certainly more Arab still, but Blame Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar for that one. Yeah. A lot of Greek mixed with Egypt, and the two countries got along. Yeah. Where's the Sphinx? How'd you make it to Canada then? What do you mean? I immigrated. What is that? What does that mean? Literally, what is the answer to this question? Zangief Dream looked a little pissed off right there. I understand. This is also how I feel when I lose to Lowain. This match does get hurts from Kag's side. I mean, at first, I think Shio tried to play Lucy. Lowain does not like fighting Cagliostro too much, I don't think. But if Lucy was not working, then he was like, fuck it. I have to believe. A certified, what did you mean by that moment? What do you mean, how did I get to Canada? So my family is, my mom's white as fuck, my dad's on the darker side, I inherited the light skin side of that gene pool. You know. But yeah, I feel like ethnically, I identify much more with being like Arab than I do African, you know? I feel like I look like I share a lot more, like even just like visually, if you look at me, I look a lot more similar to like a Palestinian dude or like a Jordanian dude or a Lebanese dude or something like that. With just like slightly curlier hair, basically. Taiwan represent, for real. That does lead to an interesting question as to why you dipped to Canada land and not the US when you immigrated. I got people wouldn't now, but at one point I figured the US was halfway decent. It's more of like I honestly, man, I was young enough when it happened that I don't remember a lot of the fucking details. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I believe basically my dad just had a lot more connections in Canada. It was easier to do it. Plus, I think it's not like it was that close or anything like that, but like 2011 or whatever the fuck. I think there was still maybe that shit was close enough to 9/11 that it was still like, you know, a little bit more difficult as a Muslim guy to want to be like, hey, let me into the United States. You're how old? Depending on your age, it could have happened right after 9/11. No. We came here in 2012. I feel like Europe would have been easier because it's closer. Yeah. Again, I think it is mostly just my dad had a lot more connections in Canada, so it was a lot easier to get it done for Canada. Dad had the read and the long set. Exactly. It is kind of fucked up that like at the end of the day, the immigration process was not very difficult for my family because my dad had a bunch of connections, which feels like that shouldn't be how it works, right? I got like we came here. I got my Canadian citizenship like a couple months after I landed or something like that, which is talk to other Canadian immigrants. To my understanding, is not a regular experience to go from touching down on the country for the first time to being a full citizen in like a matter of months is that probably feel yeah. Who you know still OP always has been. I feel always had Nepo citizenship. Yep. We used to be pretty well off. Not quite so much anymore, but we used to be, and it certainly helped. I don't know what the Canadian immigration system is like. I don't really either, honestly, because I don't think I interfaced with it in the correct way. Or at least not the correct, like, you know, everything was above board, obviously, but I don't think I interfaced with it in like the normal way. Bricks at Nepo, baby. Do we throw bricks at him? It's okay, don't worry. I've had my my fair share of economic hardship recently. Shout out being unemployed for 11 months in a row. I imagine throwing bricks at him would only make him stronger. That's true. They would assimilate into my form. He's above the law. That's also true. It's also very, very true. How about that job market, fellas? Am I right? How about that whole thing where you're supposed to just like get good grades, go to school, get a degree, and then you would find the job easily? They give you a bottle of maple syrup when you register for citizenry, and they give you a book telling you the 50 different ways to say sorry to people. Something like that. Maple syrup does go pretty hard. The government told me the job market is perfectly fine. It's a skill issue. That's true, actually. It might just be, honestly, have you tried pulling yourself up by your bootstraps? Beelzebub? What is this? Should have simply hit 6th and pump iron on the job market. That's true. I applied to like 15 jobs in the town I moved back to and only got 3 callbacks. Honestly, brother, that's an insane ratio. You actually don't want to hear how many jobs I've applied to and how many interviews I've gotten over the past, again, like I've been unemployed for closing on 11 months now or something like that. You go like, oh, I applied to 15 jobs, I got 3 callbacks. I'm like, whew. I'm not, it's no suffering Olympics, I understand, but I'm just like that is so much nicer than what I've been experiencing that I'm like, yeah, damn, that, awesome, man. Doesn't it take into account all the LinkedIn apps I put in? That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, a lot of that does feel like just throwing shit into the void, for sure. I had a good-ass job, and now I'm an English to Spanish AI evaluator. End me, yeah. Yeah, listen, man, I understand. You gotta, at the end of the day, you have to work to earn your right to exist because we live in a hellscape. I got to about 10 failed interviews and I decided to drop from the job market altogether. It would be nice. In some ways, I'm trying to do that right now. You know, in like, hopefully in like a few years, if I can do this this content thing full time, then awesome. But until then, I have fiscal responsibilities that, unfortunately, I would love if I could just stop looking for work. It would let me put a lot more time into this, put a lot more effort into content and shit like that. Fuck it, I'm gonna learn Chinese. Listen, not to get too geopolitical with it, but like, I don't think any government is your friend, brother. I don't think any government is your friend. And even if the American empire is falling and China will rise, the people benefiting from that will not be like the non-Chinese people immigrating to China. That's all I'm gonna say. Understood. Oilers dropped 50 gifters in the chat. No. I'm doing fine enough. I have savings, so I'm chilling. But it's more so like I definitely can't just be like, I don't need a job. Like I am on a clock. This helps. Like I make I make enough money doing YouTube and Twitch that I can at least like I can pay off like my credit card, you know. But it certainly ain't paying rent. What if spiritually I'm Chinese because of all the funk Mao TikToks I've been fed through the algorithm? So true. Hope your online following has been helpful for the rough times, at least. Big B. Yo, I kind of like being called Big B. A couple jobs most people can get but choose not to because they're miserable, which is why the government mostly specifies it as a skill issue. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know enough about the American job market. I don't even know if that's true. Even if it is, yeah, it's like maybe there are people, maybe people don't, the desire to want to have some dignity in how you sell your labor is not a bad one. I have one of those jobs as bad as it seems, talking Canada. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, listen, the desire to try and maintain some level of not misery as you sell your labor to the machine is an understandable desire. I'm not too far off from certainly just throwing away my little piece of paper and engaging in just whatever will give me money, right? But I have the privilege of having a little bit of some financial savings, a little bit of a family support network, partially anyway, to the point where I can be like, oh, let me try this, let me try and hold off a little bit longer. I'm gonna be a trillionaire one day, man. Just watch. I think that makes you a bad person, man. Try to get my old plant inventory job back, but I've been replaced by a robot, so fuck me sideways. Ooh. Yep. God, I love dystopia. Was hell trying to apply for a job, especially graduated in 2009? Ooh. I mean, that's a tough one, yeah. I'm legally bound from revealing too much, but low-level finance grinding is hiring en masse and pretty safe. I don't even know what finance grinding is. I don't know what you're referencing there, but... I had the same weekend job for like 10 years and just cycle weekday jobs every couple of years. I mean, yeah, if you can, like, certainly, where possible, like, switching jobs every year or two is gonna be able to, you're gonna be able to, get better pay there. But oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha. Insurance. Yeah. It's an interesting idea. Honestly, brother, I get desperate enough, I'm gonna start looking everywhere. So. Financial grinding equals Excel slave. Isn't that the problem though? Isn't like all of that, like, I don't know if that's what Schwab is talking about, but like what you're talking about, Cheeky, with all this like data entry shit, isn't this like one of the primary things that like AI is torpedoing right now? I work every day at a construction site and have the needs of a 90-year-old that can barely walk on the weekends. God, I love the machine grinding me up into dust to earn my right to live. $30, sell your soul. The only insurance jobs I've seen available look like scams. There are a ton of scam jobs, man. There's a ton of scam jobs. They are real. I like pursued one down a couple of steps, and now I have this MLM lady who just will not stop emailing me. I've like marked her as spam, and I haven't answered her in like 4 months. And every time I check my spam folder, like it's 15 new emails from her every week. Like I'm like, she's by the way, a person. Like I know this. Like I had a conversation with this. Like that's a real human. I hope at this point that she has an AI that writes the emails for her or something. Because I'm like, otherwise it's like, girl, like go do something else. Any Big 5 Canada bank insurance is open? Interesting. My job is to improve AI to take your jobs. I'm sorry, guys, but I gotta eat too. Hey, systems, not people, right? Don't. Your enemy is not the guy who has to find a job under capitalism to you know, make ends meet. Your enemy is the system that forced him to do that. The lady's gonna get carpal tunnel at that rate. It's like genuine. It's like impressive. It's scary a little bit. Shit's wild. Not really data entry, more like financial modeling and setting up pretty spreadsheets. Turns out AI can't do that job well if the data is not parsable by computer. That's true. That's true. I did a lot. What if AI takes your job? If AI takes the job of making AI better, then I think we're the Rubicon has been crossed. I don't think it's happening anytime soon, I will say. I'm no techspert, but like as like a software engineer who has worked with AI a lot, I don't think. Listen, all of these trillionaires keep telling me I'm wrong, but I don't like with the way the current technology works. I literally don't even understand how this concept of AGI is even supposed to be possible. But it's you know, it's really useful, fancy autocomplete. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know how you make the jump from that to like HAL 9000. Ow. 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 You see what happened when AI improves AI and it caused that momentary blip where AI art regressed really hard back in 2022? I mean, they're trying to make synthetic data with AI now, but it is just, yeah, it's shitifying everything. It does feel like it's hitting a wall, which is expected. I'm back. What wild topic are we on currently? Job market, mostly. Remember when we were kids and thought robots would make our lives easier and not leave us homeless? Yeah. That's one of the more radicalizing things I experienced, man, is like, as just a nerd who really fucked with the technology of AI and, like, attention and transformers and the Google paper and all this stuff, right? Like, I was like, this is such a fucking amazing, awesome technology. And then, like, seeing the earlier versions of GPT, and I was like, this is magic. This is like I had a moment. I was like, this is like the internet and electricity times 10. Like, this is one of the coolest fucking technologies ever created. And then, like, having to slowly come to terms with the fact that even though this technology could do ridiculously amazing, insane things and make everyone's life 100 times better, because we live in a capitalist hellscape that is not broken and is instead working as intended, this, like, current outcome where it's just this lame thing that displaces labor, steals work, and allows the rich to get even richer, this was the only outcome that ever could have possibly occurred. That, like, that realization of, like, this thing that I nerded out about being turned into, like, a weapon of war was one of the more just like, moments for a guy like me. Ow. Oh! Okay, I was, oh! Bro! How many kills? How many kills are we missing here? Oh god. These spot dodges on the fireball have been on point, though. This is so, if Belial wins this is a bit of a heartbreaker. Okay. Neurosama exists, fellas, who might get some follow-up AI streamers in time? Probably. Turns out the end goal of everything is to fuck you, ruin your life, and make the worst people rob us blind. It was inevitable, indeed. Is the hit confirming in the room with us? Hitting wall for consumer stuff. R&D has infinite money to create 1% gains and shit. Well, infinite money. They are currently hitting up the infinite money glitch, but I think they're hitting too big to bail at a certain point. I just wanted a cool robot that made me breakfast. Please give me my job back. Nope. Your labor will continue to be unshitified. You will work longer hours for less purchasing power, in worse conditions, with less job security, and you're gonna be happy about it, you stupid idiot fuck. You fucking stupid idiot fucker. You freaking fricker. You fwicking fwick. Sounds like they're clowning the grand. What happened? A job is a job. A job is a job is a job. I mean, you know, from the point of view of, you know, if it whatever you got to do to make ends meet, I respect that. But like, you know, we need to desire better. We need to fight to have better. Infinite money. Surely I get a piece of the pie soon. Yeah, just wait for it to trickle down, man. You'll own nothing and be happy. That's exactly right. What a based first message. Exactly. Just own nothing and be happy. Me when I slave away for 100 hours a week for my techno-feudal lord to spare me an extra 0.000000001 Bitcoin so I can purchase more RAM to upgrade my smart bed and I get an extra pillow. This guy thinks he's going to get upgrades to a smart bed. That's funny. You're a funny guy, man. This guy still thinks that the working class will get upgrades to their smart bed. This guy thinks he's got enough leftover Bitcoin to upgrade a smart bed.
Incredibly smart and attractive.
Man thinks he has a bed. That's actually so. Man thinks he gets to sleep in the fucking techno-feudal technocracy, man. Also, 16 months. God damn, Ophidian. Thank you for the Prime. 16 months of Bezos' money. I think you have been using the Prime sub the whole time, so that's just $80 of our techno-feudal lord's money going straight into my pocket. Much appreciated, man. Thank you, thank you. I can only imagine what kind of world my kids are going to be in when they're my age. God knows, man. God fucking knows. We can do as much as we can on a grassroots community level to try and make it a better world, but we'll see. Just sleep at work, it's more efficient. This guy thinks he still isn't being... This guy! This fucking idiot. Look at this fucking idiot. He thinks he's not in the Panopticon. He thinks he can sleep without the AI overlord monitoring the fact that his productivity went down by 50% for those 30 minutes. Oh my, this guy thinks he's not living in the Panopticon. Everyone point and laugh at him. This guy thinks the Panopticon's gonna let him sleep at work. Fucking idiot. That's crazy, man. Boss makes $1, I make a dime, so I shit on his desk. That's valid, actually. Once the boomer generation is gone? I don't know, man. Systems, not people. Your smart bed will be upgraded to the mainframe botnet to farm Bezos coin, further increasing your internet and power bills beyond the increase of fiat currency. Yeah, yeah. Call me Robin Hood, but the cool one from Fate because I gotta keep aesthetics. There's a Robin Hood for... I guess that makes sense. I'm not surprised there's a Robin Hood from Fate, but slaving away in the Bitcoin mines if I'm lucky. Net running in the Bitcoin mines to make ends meet. Yeah. And the whole time that your life keeps getting worse, they're going to tell you that the reason your life is getting worse, the reason you're making 2 Bezos coin an hour is because of the guy who's making 1 Bezos coin an hour. It's definitely not Bezos' fault. Your problem is the guy directly beneath you on the ladder. You have to do everything you can to make sure that that guy doesn't move 1 step up the ladder, because if he takes that step, then what's going to be left for you? He's trying to come for what you have, man. You're not going to let him do that, are you? And call it, we're going to see Seox or Uno change in the next patch. It's a pretty good spread. I mean, neither of those characters have been touched since the Samblefon patch, right? So that's a good... I think it's a good bet. Poor market conditions, for real. Love having a labor job that is written into the Constitution to not be replaceable. That is nice. God knows job security is a hell of a drug right now, but... Whoa, good conversion, man. Got the 5U charge, too? Oh, he fucked it. Never mind. Are they even going to be balance stages in 2.4? The Super Ultimate patch? I would assume no, right? Well, actually, no, but that's what's coming with Ilsa? No, there's got to be... no, it's releasing in a smaller patch on the side, right? The Super Ultimate patch will just be control scheme stuff, yeah. But with Ilsa, balance stages will probably come. I would assume that we don't get balance changes in the Super Ultimate patch. The soft side leaving my lips as I get the 3rd layoff letter that my entire department is being sacked due to poor marketing conditions after my CEO just bought their dog their own yacht. Why does this read like AO3 fanfiction? But like also, yes. Yes, that, exactly, guys. Amazon posting record profits and laying off 2,500 software engineers. 2.4 is the Percy skin and new control schemes? Yeah. That shouldn't be, there should be any balance changes there. The next balance changes will be Ilsa. In 2.4, they developed a new control scheme, so the target audience, aka children currently in their mother's womb, can be reached. I think it's fine, man. I think it's fine. Rick, do you read fanfic? If so, what's your favorite tag? I don't. But like, you know, I got lots of friends who do. I never got into reading fanfic though. I got a degree in lit. I'm making good use of it. That's fair. That's fair. Don't the tags become like bespoke though? Like, they're like general tags, yeah. But then isn't it like sometimes don't people like tag something and it's like fucking getting railed from behind by Corbeau because I want his gunk shot or something like it becomes like that's a tag and like it's the only story with that tag or some shit. Come on, Brick, give us the good stuff. I'm a little ignorant, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, lol, yeah, okay. Like that's I only know what my friends share with me, and you motherfuckers who read fan fiction, you're super secretive about it. I keep trying to ask. Oh, dude, that would have been such a sick confirm. He's so ass. All my friends who read fan fiction, when I try to get them to explain it to me, they're always like, no. Man, I just want to eat more than potatoes. This guy thinks he still gets potatoes in technocracy. Where do you work? The 7th layer of hell. My job recently offered us only $200 to forfeit the right to be part of a class action lawsuit as long as we are alive. I think my job is cooked. My God, man. Me jerking off to the poster of Franklin Delano Roosevelt on my wall. One day we'll have it back. Out. A large amount of fanfic is porn, so yeah, but I mean, I talk about, listen, man. You think all this shit I talk about Galleon is hypothetical? You think I'm not spending my free time putting that into practice? Out. Technocracy is Ireland 2.0? Yeah, actually it's very similar in the same way that the Irish potato famine was not a potato famine. It was a targeted attempt at genocide through starvation by the British. There were more than enough potatoes to go around. They just didn't let the Irish people have any of them. It's gonna be the exact same thing. It's gonna be the exact same shit, man.
Get grabbed, comma, nerd.
It's there's gonna be more than enough potatoes. You just don't get to have any of them. Also, Yami Kawaii, thanks for the follow, man. They might be embarrassed to talk about it. They don't get to be embarrassed. They're my friends. Other people get to have like boundaries and I can respect them and shit. My close friends, you gotta tell me what you're jerking off to. Oh, and Peachy, thanks for the follow as well. So many of the world's problems can be traced back to Old England. I mean, they certainly did some. They did some shit for sure. Out. Out. Brick, I will tell you, titties based. Ooh, see what? Don't let this puritanical culture tell you can't talk about titties. Me and the lads weekly meeting up to discuss the latest in Jerkinet developments. Exactly, man. Exactly. Can you explain your choice of emote, bestie? After taking a psych of sexuality class, we'll need to be less scared to sex. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's all repression. It's just a puritanical system that wants you to not express yourself. Gag teleport loses for the first time in history. I fuck with Gag teleport losing. It happens. It's not the dumbest. Like, it's not the dumbest thing about her, really. Well, in general, certainly there are particular applications of it, like certain setups where I'm like, why? Is this live? No. Nope. Wait, are you talking about the stream or are you talking about this tournament? Because the unironic answer for this tournament is no. This happened 2 weeks ago, which is why I already know that Lowain won, and we're just watching the car crash happen in slow motion. You right now? Oh, no, yeah. This is not live. This is pre-recorded, and I'm just so fucking, like, I'm so far ahead of you that I just guessed that you were going to enter the chat at this exact moment and say that exact thing. It happened. I mean, I am just the smartest man. Weird coincidence? Yeah. I am just fucking him. Like, I am maybe the smartest person to ever live. They're debating right now between me, Einstein, and the Rizzler. Einstein got knocked out in the first round. The ranked choice voting is showing that I might win 70-30 over the Rizzler, so. Code Gayos ass plot. Code Gayos? Like, okay. It's a Gayos, right? Like, it's not a Gios. But it does sound like I'm saying code Gayass, which is like, I don't know. Sounds like something I shouldn't say. Bro, think he's Mimir, smartest man alive? I'm the Rizzler, man. Shout out to streamer being precognizant. Yeah, yeah. I love being omniscient. Geos, pretty sure. I thought it was, okay, that's fair. Maybe it would be code geese. Maybe it would be like Geos if it was GAESS. Code gas is on a different website. Yeah. I do fuck with, by the way, I haven't been talking about the gram too much. I do fuck with this gram, man. Mr. Omniscient, what stock to buy so I may become part of the machine? Can I be real with you? I had a bunch of investments that I had like from like, you know, just saving up from my my first job out of university. And I sold. This is not financial advice. Just, I'm an idiot. I'm not an expert on anything. I sold everything. I think I'm gonna buy some bonds or something. My own personal doomsday chamber like vibe is that, are we about to hit a recession? Are we in one? We are kind of in one, I think. Maybe not technically, because we're like economically, like a recession is two continuous quarters of economic contraction. I don't know if we are literally in a recession, but it feels a little bit like the entire world is about to explode. Bond, U60. I have no risk tolerance for anything. The S&P 500 feels like gambling, man. This shit jumps like 3% every day. It feels a little bit like we're about to hit 2008, but like a lot worse. So, if I lose the house, you will be in the note. Yeah. So me personally, stock's looking kind of bad. I mean, and they could, and well, looking good in some way. Like sometimes it like jumps like 10% in a week. The S&P 500 jumps like 10% in a week. You're like, what? That's awesome. But also, it's not supposed to do that. It's all fucking 7 companies, and it's the same 7 companies, and all the companies are AI companies, and none of them are making any money except Nvidia, who will stop making money as soon as everyone else stops buying the shovels. So me personally, I think the AI Ouroboros, yeah, I think I'm just out of the stock market for the next like 5 years. I'm just gonna buy some fucking GICs and bonds and shit. I'm okay, man. I got a nice return. You know, like overall for like the 4 or 5 years or something like that I have my money in the S&P 500, I got like a 30% return on that shit or something. It was really nice. I sold it. I made my money, and I think I'm just going to not engage for a long time. That's me personally, though. If we get a recession, I'll lose my apartment because I can't. Because if I can't fix people's house, I don't eat. That, you know. 7 massive companies passing around $1 billion IOUs, basically totally sustainable. Yeah. So, you know, my omniscient precognizant answer is maybe don't buy any stocks at all. Bonus is on a tear, though. It's true. Of course, enter another recession when it's my turn to be an adult. I think honestly, man, it's like, what, the 3rd one of the past fucking 20 years? I think they're just going to be a thing now. I don't think we get to have good things anymore. By it, I mean, haha, let's just say my donuts. Don't buy gold. Gold has no value if money has no value. I don't know, man. I don't know enough about shit like that. We're daisy chaining recessions. I don't really want to know what happens at the end. Yeah. We survive COVID, we'll be fine, maybe? Yeah. I saw... was it the fucking CFO of OpenAI, like, kind of dance around the fact of, like, maybe they might need a government bailout for some of these payment commitments, and I sold everything I had the same day. Call me paper hands all you fucking want. But, that scared me. It scared me. Motherfuckers talk about the banks being too big to fail in 08. This feels like it's too big to bail, man. I don't even know if the government can bail these companies out. Nvidia has a $4 trillion market cap. Like, I don't think the States has that money, man. I don't think they can fucking bail. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but I got scared. Call me paper hands all you want. I'm not trying to go. Plus, I mean, honestly, the S&P got to the point, like, as like a Muslim man, it got to the point where I felt like gambling. Like, I'm like, yeah, like this shit, I'm like, you can't gamble in Islam. And like, the S&P is supposed to be this like nice, stable, like slow, consistent reward thing. I'm like, this shit was going up like 10% one month and going down 10% the next month and going up like 15% the next week. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this feels like fucking, it's volatile as hell. I just need to get the fuck out of there. And they actually said, yo, we ain't bailing that shit like 2 days ago. I don't think they have a choice. If the video goes under, they might make the most banking GPUs of all time to save the company. That's so true, best. Don't worry, your kids will have a recession of their own, so don't feel bad. Yeah, everyone gets, you get a recession, and you get a, is that a reference that, like, young Gen Zs don't get? Like, if I go, you get a recession, and you get a recession, and you get a recession, everybody gets a recession. Does that make sense? If you're 18, do you know what that is? Ow. Is this me actually being unker than I expected? Surely AMD will finally rise from the ashes of NVIDIA, for sure. I don't want my kids to have a recession. Perhaps if they're black, they know, otherwise probably not. I want my kids to have a recession. I want my kids to have a robot to make them eggs while I drive a flying car to work. Nah, the dream is not for us, I fear. I think everyone knows, right? Right? I don't know. I know the reference. How old are you, Nom? Don't say you're 13 or Twitch will ban you unironically. Jetson's ass? 19? Okay, okay. Makes you feel better. Is Oprah like, is Oprah Chugi? What character besides like Kag and Lance would benefit the most from guard button not existing? Seahawks can do some pretty funny shit sometimes. Anyone with like really ambiguous, honestly, anyone with a very good cross-up button. Beatrix would really like it. Like Belial, anyone with like really good cross-up buttons where they can just like really weirdly be like directly on top of you and you can't tell if they're left or right. Narm, true, yeah, certainly. Sieg, yeah. And like really anyone with a good cross-up would fuck with it. Yule has some nasty setups in the corner, true. You could do a lot of left-righting. Zeta, yeah. I mean, a lot of honestly, the guard button, the game is balanced around the guard button existing. There'd be a lot of very dirty mix for sure. In the a lot of dirty left-right if the guard button wasn't a thing. Could Galleon do anything with ambiguous landing sides that easily he gets save jumps? Probably. Set up some fake shit off like a 5U, especially off a counter hit 5U. I failed the Uma CM off the group B. It might happen to me too, man. It might really happen to me. This is last time I didn't get to Group A in day 1. I did get it in day 2, but we'll see. Again, I hate to repeat it, but like it does makes this. If this is the first CM where I don't make it to Group A finals, I will like it does make sense. I still have like total done something like 13 runs or something like that. 13 ace runs between all 3 of my aces. 5U into left, right, close L, yeah. She can do 5U into a side swap. You can do 5U into like a jumping button that's like ambiguous on what side it hits for sure. I'm playing Galleon so much I forgot how to play Voss for a while. How the heck do you play so many characters and not get your hands confused? You hit a critical mass. It was really weird playing the second character and the third character, but like once it's character 41, the brain just learns to compartmentalize a little bit. Oh, Grim with no guard button is top 1. That's true actually. Grim would go pretty nuts. This guy, like, Grim is the only character that still, like, as of right now, will left-right me somewhat, like, even with the guard button in the game. Sometimes I still don't realize he's doing it in time. You know what I mean? Like, Grim is the only character in the game right now who will actually left-right me somewhat consistently. And that's with the guard button. So, yeah, I can't imagine. What? That feels rude and unfair. It feels like he shouldn't be able to do that. Grim's air dashes need to be slower regardless of the guard button existing. That'd be a really interesting way to nerf him. If you just make the air dashes like travel slower. The magnitude of that nerf will be very important though. You could like it could just very quickly make the character horrible. But it's an interesting idea. Or I'm not saying it would, it could just make the character like their whole unique thing not do anything. But You can't, you must compartmentalize. Excuse me? Make him unable to act until landing if Zero Dash doesn't result in a hit. Yeah, I mean, I will say, him, like, canceling everything into the fucking Void Light Eraser and shit like that does feel weird. How'd you go about nerfing Lowain's 5U? I feel like you could, like, entirely remove the option for him to get, like the really good options. You could, like, remove the 2,000 health and the parfait, and it would still be really good. Like, like, it's that good. Like, straight up, you could remove the 2 best RNG results, and it would still be insane. Oh, wait. This is the wrong community for that reference. Kill yourself, man. Anyone else just not fuck with this tubby guy at all? Anyone else want this tubby guy to disappear? Anyone else have an idea of how to make this tubby guy disappear? Ooh, ooh. Disappear from me, daddy? I think this is the end of days right here. I think we're watching it. I think it's the rapture. I think this is Lowain being the only person who gets raptured. Streamer wishing suicide on fans live on stream. Tubby's not a fan, man. Tubby is the devil. Tubby is literally Hitler, perchance. What if Lowain started with 30% HP and kept his 5U? But we buff Iggy? I am vengeance, exactly. What's that shit that Broly says? In the first, is it the first or second movie? I think it's the first Broly movie, right? Where they're fighting him in the city. He's like, I'm not a monster. I'm the devil. It's the edgiest, fucking dumbest shit you've ever heard. Do a flip on the way down type shit? Yeah, yeah. A monster, you say? No, I'm the devil. Or a demon, or whatever. I think it was the devil, I'm the devil in, like, the dub, but... You're now the second Grand Blue player to call me Hitler in the last couple weeks. Best part is, I'm Jewish. That's crazy. I can't believe you betray your people like that, man. By being literally Hitler. Not your angle, I'm your devil. I could be your angle or your devil. Is the thing. The thing about a guy like me is I could be your angle or your devil. But you guys don't fuck with that. What can I say? You got choose your next words carefully, brother. There's a lot of weird places you could go from here. Depends on the translation. More direct calls himself a devil. The usual dub calls him a demon. That's fair. I've always been solution oriented. My God. See, he's Jewish. He can say that. Tubby can make final solution jokes, I guess. I could be your angle or your scheming. Yeah. Of course a Zoe player... Oh, man. Of course a Zoe player talks about the final solution. Damn fucking straight. Anyway, man. What did you mean by that? Exactly what you think he meant. It's fucking shit. He played that so well. Listen. He did. I've been talking about everything. I've been talking about everything but the fucking game. And that's on me. Obviously, you know, Shio, he's cooking, right? And he kind of cooked everyone. Like, what were the end up, like, I feel like Shio didn't lose, outside of when he tried Lucilius, he did not lose that many games, right? This was him trying Lucy for 2 games. He 3-0'd Toro. As soon as he switched to Lowain, he reversed 3-0'd Zangief's Dream, right? And then he only lost the 1 game to Gonets and Grands. I mean, he cooked, right? He cooked. But also, you know, it is just... what can you say, man? Lord Knight, he was a prophet. LK was a prophet, man. Have fun with top tier Lowain. What can you say? I for one welcome our new Lowain top 3 overlords. I think a Grand Blue tournament was happening while we were talking about obesity and AI taking your jobs. Yeah. Low main. Outside of making you bros go away on hit, what if you could only eat like 10 times per round? I don't think that matters. I think it's very rare that like 10 is. I don't think like 1 that feels like just inelegant balancing. Like I feel like it's silly to have like a hard limit on it like that. And 2, I mean, if a Lowain ate 10 times in a round, he probably won that round. Right? If Lowain got to eat 10 times in a single round, he probably's already won. So like even if... Why is there a Grand Blue match in the background of my woke podcast? What is that shit? Where it's like... It's that meme of like the 2025 nuclear family. Like gay dad, trans mom, woke dog, or whatever. 10 parfaits. How about an SBA gauge boost small? It's our version of Subway Surfers, exactly. Posted a better link to the compartmentalized reference in the Discord. It's peak. Woke dog. I love woke dog. I forget all the there's 4 blocks there, but I always just love woke dog. I feel like there might need to be a limit unless they want to gut it. I feel like the hard limit just seems inelegant. Quick, a new topic. Brick. Where does your name come from? Borderlands. Brick is the he's the big bruiser guy from Borderlands, and Borderlands 1 was one of the first, like, it's one of the first video games that I remember playing when I was like a teenager. No, is that right? It was one of the first ones that I got like really autistically into after Skyrim, and I really liked Brick. And it just kind of became my oh shit, I love Brick Borderlands. Yeah, you made a tier list this patch? I did, yes. Doesn't come from the Commodores, unbased, excuse me. That explains your affinity towards grapplers. I mean, yeah, that has always been a thing. I've always, even before I ever played my first fighting game, I've always liked playing the tank in RPGs, the like big guy, the bruiser style character, you know, all that kind of shit. Your Borderlands was my destiny, yeah. I started playing this game a couple weeks ago and I got anally fissured by Lowain. I feel like this game definitely has a lot of characters that just dump on you if you go in ignorant. Yeah. That's a crazy thing to say, man, but yeah, Lowain could definitely kill you. Skyrim, my streamer's a normie, tragic. Normalize liking things that are popular, man. I can speedrun Borderlands, that's pretty cool, true. Whenever you open the chest as Brick, you would say, look at this shit, in the funniest delivery possible, yeah. Which means you need to say booyah more often. How's Skyrim normie? Skyrim's pretty normie, but like, also who cares? Like, why is like thing popular equals bad, man? Some of y'all gotta free yourselves from the societal conditioning to be different. They will not divide us. We will like similar shit, and even when we like different shit, we'll be like, that's cool that you like that, man. As a new player, I'm struggling to decide, should I play the character I like that's much harder, or the character that I like less but is easier? The advice that I can give you there is the character you like that's harder. Because when you're a new player, you can play every character in like a simplistic way, that's fine. Like, you don't have to, even if a character is quote unquote harder, you don't have to play a character to their like max potential or something like that. And at the end of the day, like, learning fighting games, like you said, like, it can be anxiety inducing, it can be hard, it can be difficult, it can be sometimes discouraging. If you're playing a character that you like and enjoy and you fuck with, whether it's like gameplay wise or just like as a character or visually or whatever, that's going to be a lot more motivation for you. So I'll definitely recommend the character you like more that you might consider as harder or weaker or whatever. Character I'm referring to is Vera and Danila. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know which one is the one that you like more, but I would pick that. It's that one I can say pretty confidently. As a new player, yeah. I mean, Skyrim is normie. I agree. I just don't think I don't think normie is a label that means anything to me. I just don't think Skyrim is very good. I never had any fun. Vanilla Skyrim certainly is a very bad game. It was good when I first played it because I'd never played an RPG before. Modded Skyrim can be pretty fun. Modded Skyrim can be quite a good time. That's usually, when I say Skyrim, that's usually the game that I refer to. Vera I like more. Play Vera. Right? Don't to the chicken. There's so many overhaul mods for Skyrim now, you can turn it into a different game entirely. Indeed. Hot take, most / all Bethesda games aren't that fun. I think the only Bethesda, this isn't even them, it's Obsidian, right? But like, they published it. The only game that has Bethesda's name on it that I have enjoyed, like, just on its own, without having to go to the community to fix it, was New Vegas. Now, quick note, I've never played Morrowind. Yeah. Right. New Vegas mention, I will soy face. Skyrim, the normie game. As I boot up modded Skyrim with 200 mods that resembles a Chinese cultivation gacha with Honkai Impact characters and dating sim elements. Yeah. I enjoy Fallout 4, but it's so fucking buggy. Yeah. I kind of dropped off of Fallout 3, though I know it's very beloved. I didn't really fuck with Oblivion either. But I've never played Morrowind. So maybe Morrowind is based. I have heard tell that Morrowind is highly based. Morrowind is peak Elder Scrolls, it's all downhill from there. That's valid, man. But like, modded Skyrim, I can mod Skyrim into a galleon crushing my head with her ass simulator. Here's a topic my friends and I were debating last night. Who's the hottest video game character of all time? The girl reading this. I have to swap to YouTube. What have I missed? Lowain won. So that's, you know, I'm sorry to say. I hope that doesn't come as too much of a. I know this could be traumatic for some of you. Nice moves, yeah, yeah. So hell is real, yeah. Sorry about that. I know I had to be the bearer of bad news. Instant question for my normie friends was: do gacha / gooner characters count in that question? They're still video games. I think so. I think for most people, the answer to this question is going to be whatever character you like. Like whatever video game character you had your sexual awakening to, basically, right? I think a lot of people are like, for example, if you're like in your early 20s, you're going to name a character from a video game like 10 years ago where the graphics were way worse because that was the first time that like you realized you liked men or you liked women or you liked people who look like that or whatever the hell, right? Just look at Jane Doe. I mean, the Homestead character isn't too interesting to me. Yeah, yeah. Hardest character is easily Zelos Wilder, and I'm straight. Go for it, man. I mean, if you had to ask me right now, if I had to give you an actual answer, I feel like just the idea of whether to normies the inclusion of gacha characters in the discussion is fair. Yeah, yeah. It's all fighting game characters up here right now in my head, right? Like it's maybe that's recency bias or what, but. Like right now, like everyone I'd be like, oh, like Galleon or like like Sea Viper or fucking some shit like that. Dragon from the Shrek game, hottest hands down, Chun-Li or some shit. I can give anime characters, but for video, I can forgive anime characters, but video game characters gave me an awakening. Not sure. Yeah. I mean, it's like Lychee. Yeah, yeah. What does Gooner character even mean? I don't know. If the idea is that it's like a character that like was developed with their sex appeal in mind to make them more popular, I feel like that is most characters. Galleon definitely hits that thing for me. Galleon does do things to me, man. You know what else does things to me? Realizing that Lowain finally got a deserved win. She held 200 points for Arc World Tour, by the way. So what does this look like now? What are we looking like? Like all the Guilty Gear and Grand Blue cast gives me buy panic. That's valid, man. I hear that term a lot. I don't think I fully understand exactly what it means, but I can infer. I can do my own work there. Yeah, so Shio ends up... Oh yeah, Shio wasn't in this before. Yeah, Shio was not... He was like right outside. He's 167. He would have been like right here, yeah? Yeah. Shio getting those 200 points puts him... I mean, not necessarily safely in Arc World Tour qualification, right? But like, that certainly gives him a nice little cushion to work with. That's very nice for him. Toro's having a rough time, huh? Toro has been having a little bit of a rough go at it in this Arc World. He literally won the whole thing last time, but the explains like looking at a guy and a gal being flustered because there's too much sauce. That's valid. I mean, if I like, there are like as a straight man, there are so many hot women, and some like that is just in and of itself. Sometimes I'm like, Jesus Christ. I couldn't imagine if you were because there's a lot of men that I can look at. I'd be like, that's a hot man, but like they don't make me feel like that. But I can like be like, that is an objectively, it's a very hot man. If I were like sexually attracted to like both like masks and femmes, I feel like I would just explode. There's too many attractive people. If you're like down with all of it, how do you get anything done? Like how do you not just spend all day fucking jerking your shit? Like no, like no offense, but artist character is definitely my king of fighters. I think that'd be a lot of people's answer for sure. If you aren't lost in the sauce, you don't have no sauce. At my first buy panic, generally couldn't speak for a little bit. It's like overstimulation, but for your genitals. Okay, so how many events? Someone is asking how many events are left. I mean, a bunch of gold events, right? If we go down to here, a bunch of gold events still. No, this is still Guilty Gear. Hold up. Right, we have Tiger Uppercut, which I assume is another Thai event right there. Mindset, what is this? Mindset is Paris, France. This is a European event. Lagless Cup in Kyoto. Okay, so that's Japan. Ace 2025 is Korea. Okay, cool. That's in Seoul. Fight Club Championship in Nansha is in Guangzhou, which is China. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not too stupid for my own good there. Yeah. So, Thailand, France, Japan. I literally just looked at this. What the fuck? Oh, this is Korea, right? This is Korea? Yeah. Korea, China. Outplay, presumably Australia? Vienna. Oh no, Austria. I guess I see. I saw AU and I thought Australia, but it's AUT as in like Austria. I guess cool. So a couple of European ones, 1, 2, right? Japan, China, Thai. So like a couple of Southeast Asian ones, and then we just get into Psy Games Cup and Frosty, and then that's it. That's finals after that, right? So there's in terms of like if you're not going to be doing a shit ton of traveling, like if we look back at the tables here, right? Like assuming you're not like a European person who's gonna like fly to Thailand for a gold event, which probably is not going to happen, right? It puts people like Monarch and BSG, for example, in a little bit of a weird situation, right? Like they're both doing well points wise, but like they're not quite there, right? So they kind of need to like really show up at Frosty or like maybe even travel to Psy Games Cup, right? Because a lot of these golds are probably not worth the squeeze for them, right? There's not really any more North American events is one of the more outside of Frosty, which is, the last event and it's your final chance, right? So like it leaves them in kind of a weird spot, right? It means there can be a little bit of maneuvering around in the points as well, right? Notably, like the only North American that like is even in the points is Zane, and he doesn't have to worry about him getting like disqualified on points, so he's chilling. Is anyone in the server in this list who's got enough people for someone to end up on a leaderboard somewhere? I mean, active in the server often? I don't believe so. Like, Elsa's posted in there before. I do think, like, fucking Junior Jam or something like that has a few Arc World Tour points, something like that, but not enough to be top 30. Zane has so many damn points. I mean, Zane is just consistent as hell, right? He hasn't, like, won a platinum yet to give himself the auto qualifier. Like, these 6 right here, right? Space, Koji, JF, Usagi, Kasa, Usagi, and Zerom have all won a platinum, so their points don't matter. Zane has, he got second at EVO, was it? Right? And he's been very consistent all throughout the years. Shiro. Yeah, I mean, Shiro, he's not active in the server, but he was a very common wall brawler back in the day. Seen the same thing with JF. You seen the JF Uma edit, Brick? No, I have not. What? But yeah, so Monarch and BSG left in kind of a weird spot. I'm not sure if, like, I assume they're not going to be traveling to Psy Games Cup. So it makes Frosty, like, a very important, like, it really is kind of, you don't have to win it necessarily. Obviously, you would love to. But, like, Frosty is a platinum event. So even just getting second gets you 150 points, right? Which is enough to sort of catapult you past these people. Though certainly, again, what the points might look like by then with all these golds could be different as well. Every single gold is 100 points up for grabs, right? So, for example, say that, like, Toro seems to be traveling around a little bit. Like, this last tournament that we just watched was, I believe, B Pro Cup was in Thailand, in Taipei, yeah, right? So, like, he's traveling around a little bit. So, like, if he ends up, like, going to the Tiger Uppercut and he goes to, like, Ace and he goes to Fight Club Championship and he wins all 3 of those or something like that, or he does well in all 3 of those, he could very well find himself in the points. So there's still a lot of room on the Asian and European side for the points to shake up a little bit, but it's these 2 in particular who end up having to probably show out pretty hard at Frosty. Otherwise, they're in a bit of a tough spot. But yeah, we'll see. It's interesting, man. Arc World Tour is... It's not like coming to a close, but things are starting to crystallize, right? And there's some people, for example, like at this point, these 3 are probably not, like, there's only 5 spots left to even fight for in the points, right? I don't think anyone, it's very unreal. Like, even if Toro just did that thing that I just talked about where he won all 3 of those gold events coming up, he'd be at 448 points. He would not dethrone skill. So, like, there really is only 5 spots kind of left to fight for in the points, right? There's 2 platinum events left. A lot, like, the roster is getting to be a lot more solidified. So it'll be interesting to see how it develops with over the course of these next few golds, what we're looking like going into Psy Games Cup. The Ilsa will probably be at some point in between these 2 as well, right? So the game, like the meta, they're going to be dealing with the same meta for all of these. I'm not sure if they would drop Ilsa like between Psy Games Cup and Frosty, or if it's going to be a post-Frosty, like, but before the finals thing. I assume she's going to drop in a similar time slot to Sandalphon, though they released Meg and Wilness so close together that I'm not sure if there's going to be like a, they kind of push the timeline up. Meg and Wilness were separated by like 2 months or something, which is not normal. It's usually at least 3 for DLC. So it's like significantly small time window between Meg and Wilness. I don't know if that just means we're gonna have like a 4-month gap between Meg and Ilsa. She's gonna come out in February, or if she's gonna come out in between Frosty and Games Cup. Regardless, there might be a little bit of a meta shift at some point here. Hopefully, assuming the Ilsa patch is, you know, the patch that we some of us have been waiting for. What does this Uma edit look like, man? What are you talking about? What the frick are you talking about, you fricking fricker? Why is Tubby sending me gifs of him eating rice? Oh, he's Mahono Bourbon. I see. Yes. Very true. Because he feels no fear. He's a stone cold killer. I understand you. Speaking of wall brawl, can we bring it back as an Uma thing? It's an interesting idea. Maybe. Ilsa demo might be at Frosty's unless they want to give people more time to play in a new patch so you don't have a short gap between patch and finals like the last time. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah. I think that did not take quite as long as I thought it did. We'll watch. I guess we'll see the rest of this little award ceremony here, but I think that's probably gonna do it for my dumbass. I gotta go remake my aces for one of my aces. I gotta go remake my Ogre for fucking Virgo Cup, man. The big takeaway though is Lowain is top 1. I mean, I say that like a joke, but like it's not a crazy thing to. If you wanted to say Lowain was the best character in the game, you would not. It would not be a crazy thing to say, right? But yeah, Lowain's top 1. The economy is going to collapse. The job market sucks. I'm unemployed and fat and stupid, and the system doesn't care about you. On a side note, I'm enjoying Sandalphon. Agreed. Good luck with Virgo. Thanks. Yeah, everything is terrible, so just hug someone that you love today, and, you know, just focus on doing what makes you happy, man. Shit's fucked up. Yesterday was really tough. Yeah, I got a couple of 2 out of 5s that are very heartbreaking. Some very close near 3 out of 5s. It's a bit silly considering how long people said Lowain was bad. Yeah, everything's computer. If you're for the stream, glad I was able to catch one. Yeah, glad to have you here. A couple first time chatters. Hope you guys enjoyed. /hug. Yeah, go hug someone. Go I don't know. Tell your mom you love her if you have a good relationship with her or something like that. Please be wrong about at least some of those things. Do not wish for a light load. Wish for a strong back. And honestly, a strong back. Wish for a strong community. Foster community around you, and you guys will be able to, you know, if you foster community, you'll be able to you know, weather the slings and arrows of the world, because they're coming. One way or another, shit's coming. Okay, so just try and surround yourself with a group of people you can trust, and then you guys can get through that shit together. Because no one can do everything by himself, man. Wishing for a fat load. Now we're talking. Rogo's been very hard because many more characters and strats are viable. So it's hard to have a setup that beats everything. I love the meta right now. It feels very balanced. I think I'm on a razor's edge if I just make a slightly better Ogre. I have a much better odds of being able to just like sneak out that 3 out of 5. But we'll see, man. Oh, Brownie and Buttresses, by the way. You've been around for a little bit. Thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated, man. Thanks for the support. For Uma or Rising meta? Uma. The Uma meta is awesome. The Rising meta is still, in the grand scheme of things, very good, but it's like the Versucha patch left us in a great spot, and it has been slowly getting worse, right? But I mean, certainly, you know, yes, there are some characters that are a little silly, but like Grand Blue, like those still have like a rotating cast of like 15 characters that you see in top 8, right? And there's rarely any repeats or anything like that. The meta is getting solved, would you say? I don't know about solved. Like certainly, for Rising, like the characters that are good at this point, there's like not really as many surprises. But like, it's not like there's not a solved in the sense like there's not like a, oh, just pick this character and do this thing and you win. Which again is evidenced by the fact that every top 8, like this top 8 had no repeats. Also, is this another top 8 with no repeats? Let's double check real quick here. There's a lot of strong characters, and some of them arguably too strong. Lowain, Gran, Cagliostro, Belial/Uno, Meg, Percy, Narmaya, Soras. Yeah, this is another top 8 with no repeats, right? So I would not say solved. No. Understood that people are starting to understand what's good, but there's a lot of Narmaya EX even. Oh, was it actually? Dude, I wasn't even paying fucking attention. That's crazy. Grand and top 8, by the way. Yeah, I mean, again, I talk about, there's a lot of characters that I like. All the characters that I have in high tier to me are characters where I would not be surprised to see them like cooking up in a top 8, right? Gran is right there. That is Gran. Like to me, like yes, Gran I think is, I mean, if this is EX Narmaya, then that's definitely the weakest character here. But like outside of that, Gran is like the only character in this list that I would not consider like a Moon level character, right? But the characters in high tier that are like outside of that top tier are definitely still strong enough. Like, if I see like, I don't fucking know, man. If I see like a goddamn Zeta cooking up in top 8 or something like that, or if I see a Sandalphon, or if I see a fucking Bubs or some shit like that, I'm not gonna be like, what? How did they? No, the characters are strong. The game is still in a good place balance wise. It just, we're walking down the wrong path. Like, we're getting worse, but it was good enough that it's still pretty good, right? It's still very, very good. Like, it's in a good spot. But like, it is, every patch feels a little bit like, not big steps in the wrong direction, but either steps in the right direction that are too small to kind of matter, or in the case of the wellness patch, literally steps in the wrong direction is what it felt like. So we'll see, man. We'll see. For now, is there anyone who's just in the abyss meta-wise? I would say Vikala and Nier are the only 2 characters in the game that I feel like are in, like, genuinely, I will be surprised to see anyone do well with them at all, no matter how good they are. You know what I mean? Maybe I could see Elsa cooking up with Nier just because she has like so much legacy. Like, she just has been playing Nier the entire fucking time, right? But like, even then, she doesn't anymore. Like, Elsa doesn't pick Nier most of the time, to my understanding. But like, yeah, the Kala and Nier are the only 2 to me where I like, if I ever saw anyone succeeding with either of those characters, I would be like, holy fuck. Like, at any amount of success, I'll be like, that person is nuts. Like, what they're doing there is ridiculous. I can't believe they did that. But this is still talking about at like top level play, right? When you think about like trying to get someone into the game, every character is viable and every character is broken because no one knows what anyone does. That's crazy to hear from me because when I last looked at the game, Nier was in contention for top 1 or something. Oh, yeah. Release Nier, and even for like the first year of the game's life cycle, Nier was not in contention for top 1. Nier was obviously the best character in the game, arguably in her own tier. That's why she is the way that she is now. The developers took the little cat girl out back and they shot her in the head twice, and then her body slumped over on the side, and they kicked her dead body a couple of times, covered it in mud, burnt it, doused it, froze it, thawed it out, burnt it again, and then shot her in the head 2 more times, and then threw the remains in a ditch. So you know, that now she is where she is. They really double tapped on that one. That it was like a quadruple, it was a hextuple tap. I don't know. They somehow killed Death. Yeah. So you're not wrong. Nier was incredibly strong before, and that's kind of why she is the way that she is. EX Narm in top 8, that's true. Broken ass Narm X. I mean, for a guy like me, by the way, Narmaya EX, for a guy like me, is in that same, she's in the same tier as Gran to me. This is a character that is good. She's got some problems. This character is, like, on depending on the day, I might be like, yeah, EX Narmaya is like a low, high tier character. The character is good. She's the highest damage character in the game, meterless. Straight up, right? She got Genji Narmaya normals. She's got fucking Setsuna zoning, right? Narm players are gonna get you for this. Yeah, she's not a bad. Like, I'm not surprised. Like, there's very little reason. She's just significantly worse than like regular Narmaya, but problems otherwise pretty consistent. Yeah. Don't tell me Lowain won a major. No, don't look. Don't look. Look at the idle game. There you go. Just look at the idle game and it's fine. I'll still fight her over regular Gran. Yeah, I mean, Gran is better than EX Narmaya. All versions of Gran are better than EX Narmaya for sure. But anyways, fellas, as this idle game fucking plugs away here, and as I decide what I'm gonna do with my evening, numbers go up. Yay, indeed. I reality'd, so like my numbers got a lot smaller, but it's you know, it's the 4th prestige layer, and the hope is that eventually the reality upgrades are gonna make it so that, you know, when I get enough reality machines and I get enough perks and glyphs and stuff like that, my numbers are gonna go even higher, so it's fine. For now, have a wonderful rest of your day, fellas. I will see you tomorrow for more Ganblue. Go out, hug someone, tell someone you love them. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.